welcome back to the Woodness Guild. We'll get our announcements done here pretty quickly. Go check out our friends across the table here. I'll let you guys wave. False Life Dice, they have an Instagram account and an Etsy account. Oh, and they actually have an announcement today.
We are going to do a little baby shop drop.
A little tiny shop drop.
On Sunday. But this shop drop does have some of our very best designs. Some of our most popular designs.
Okay.
It's absolutely some of our most popular designs.
Okay.
That's why I said so. You really want to do this right now?
So definitely go check out False Life Dice, their Etsy.
This is awesome.
And their Instagram.
Some of our most
False
popular shit.
Life Dice. They also have a brand new logo that's pretty dope. On top of that, if you like our artwork, which flashes underneath me occasionally, you can go follow NymTea on Instagram. That's NYMTEA.ART. It's NymTea.art. You will see her logo flash underneath me as well. She has awesome artwork. She does awesome comics as well. So go check out her stuff. And we will pick up where we left off on the other side.
See ya.
Welcome to the guild. The world of Ethway and its 16 regions are a battlefield of chaos. Those that can bring stabilization to this world are known as heroes. The ones fighting for this title today are Voltaire, a true adventurer with a love for combat, looking to help where he can. Nazlith, a shy elf with an affinity for fortune and magic. Budanik, the master artificer. He has two passions, tinkering and being the best. And finally, Willow and Emberly, the divine twins. These Genasi sisters have mastered the art of elemental fighting and protect their kingdom at all costs. Together, this is a powerful group. Will they fight the chaos of Ethway and prevail, or fall one by one? Find out this week on the Woodness Guild.
I thought you said go.
No, I said go for it.
And we
And then the look
are
you gave, I was like, God damn.
back.
We're not sure.
Kill your character. Kill your
So
kill your
where
character. Kill it.
we left off
Misunderstanding.
last time we sat at this table, you guys ended your battle with Orcus. Nazlith picked up
Wait, is that really where this thing needs to start at?
Budownik. It needs to start where Emberly died, but I'm trying.
Motherfuckers! We could have had a nice little session.
We gotta keep it going.
Don't.
Nazlith picked up Budownik. They then were able to stabilize you as they got some cover for the night. In the morning, after a 24-hour period, they spent their diamonds on you guys, bringing you back.
Money well spent.
You guys began making your way towards Boltash. Decided to shoot off a flare. Saw a flare in return. It ended up being Caspian, along with two other low members. They kind of explained to you the damage done, and that they realized that everything demonic kind of vanished, and that's when they decided to come out and find you guys.
It was safe and sound.
As they gave you guys an update, you guys decided to come back to Groundspire for the night. As you made your way to Groundspire, about 2/3 of it was taken out. It was looking pretty rough. The spire at the top is toppled over. You walked past people just trying to unbury their homes and goods. There's tents set up all over the place for just people to take and use for the night. It doesn't seem like it's really like an organized thing. It's kind of if you need one, take one, because we all need one. You guys go to a temple where Willow actually happens to have a nice experience with the temple, and through some roles begins connecting her spirit to this temple, as she has reached this new level. I don't know what you're hugging me about, but we'll talk about it in a second. Inside the temple, you guys decided to set up your tiny mansion. As you guys hopped in the mansion, you had a little bit of a debate on what to do with the bracers and what to do next, really. You brought up a couple ideas. A, to either go see Garyon and just talk with him and kind of figure things out. B, have him wait, or you guys wait till he comes to you guys and kind of figure some things out, knowing that that's going to be in some due time. The conversation kind of turned slightly dark. A little controlling, I should say. I won't say dark. Good intentions for the three of you.
I thought it was really good intentions.
But I will say that
intentions, honestly.
You guys did freak Voltaire out to the point of near anxiety. And he seemed to just take one of the pieces and run. Unbeknownst to you, finding one of these tents, spending the night in it. And while he was gone, Caspian, actually I should say, you guys all went to bed shortly after that. About 8 a.m. in the morning, Caspian came knocking on the door. You three answered a little begrudgingly, but eventually opening the door and having a conversation with him. He kind of explained to you that they managed to... They managed to find another crystal orb, communication orb that they had. They've been communicating with other cities, one of which happened to be Ceta-Gatling, who set up a teleportation circle for you guys in Thogport.
Might as well just take the whole trip back, honestly, at that point.
Not quite said, but
being like, oh, you're in New York.
You gotta plan your call.
Kind of implied.
Teleportation circle for you
gotta plan the call.
You get to Phoenix.
Yeah.
Not quite said, but implied was that they do have a open line of communication to Ceta-Gatling if you guys needed to use it.
Did I get this message as well?
No,
you were not there. No, you were in a tent.
In a tent. That's so funny.
With that being said, as Caspian kind of said his goodbyes to you, not really knowing what to expect with this group, considering you guys are fairly unpredictable, to say the least. So he kind of said his goodbyes and turned and went about his way. He did explain to you that there's a large breakfast out there for everybody as well who are getting ready. And we're going to pick up there. I'm going to say that you guys got your morning together, kind of had your little conversation with the three of you. If you'd like to.
All right, good morning. So, we're kind of screwed without the extra piece, but that means that so is Garyon. I think it's worth a visit at this point in time.
I mean, I still have not doing my morning spells here, but if so, I mean, we could potentially locate.
Did we have a long rest then?
Yes, you would have had a long rest. Same with you, Bolter. And I'll get to you in a second.
Prepping my spells. But, I mean, I could technically find Voltaire if you wanted.
I just don't know what good it would do us at this point in time to necessarily have that conversation right now. It's actually, I think, more advantageous if we don't bring the full set of bracers to Garyon.
Okay.
Then he can't use them against us, right? It seems like he's rather keen on getting them.
So, refresh my memory outside of game. He took the half that Garion has, and then I have the other full, or we have the other.
We have the full.
We have not said which part he took. I want to make that clear.
No, I'm pretty sure
No,
I purposely took out the half. That way we would still have one.
She declared the half.
I will let you guys. Yeah, definitely.
Is that why the mending didn't work?
No, it's because it's not on the same plane.
Oh, okay.
That is not why.
Okay.
That's what you figured
Because I was like, oh shit. Because I mean, I wrote
I
down.
purposely only took out the half. That we wouldn't have random pieces.
Clever girl.
So I have one half of the half that you have.
It belongs to Garion's.
Garion has it.
But that was one of the pieces you guys were trying to put together, wasn't it?
No, she purposely.
Okay.
We didn't actually try anything while you were there.
Right.
You.
But anyways,
talked about it and you.
Matthew has a memory of what we did. Voltaire has no idea what we did.
Right.
There you go.
I mean, should I maybe send him a message, perhaps, and be like, hey, meet us on the outskirts of this, and then we'll give you 5 minutes, and then we'll be boom, gone, or?
To be honest, I'm a little disappointed in him right now.
I think we all, we were all startled by the idea. Granted, I am way on board with this plan. However, I have some questions about political insights. However, I think this is good. I don't think that he maybe understood fully what we were trying to accomplish.
I don't know that he can.
Well, you guys know him better than me.
What we're trying to accomplish. But I think that's more of a, it's like a personal thing. I just don't think he has the. I don't think that politics was ever something he was interested in. As charismatic as he is.
He does not have the capacity to view the full picture that we see.
Got it. So you guys, because you've traveled well.
I'm really just shitting on him.
You've fornicated with such a man. You guys would know a little bit.
You guys are altruistic, all right? Best of intentions. That guy would travel and save the world with fuck him, but.
do we want?
No, I think it's fair to give him a chance.
Okay.
I think it's fair to give him a chance,
right.
and then we each have a coin to get to Garion. And
he should have one as well.
Yeah. Real quick, how does this work again?
What are you showing me?
The coin.
How did you use it last time?
There's like rules to it, aren't there?
I don't exactly know. I combined it with a diamond that took the place of Garion's body, and poof. I was on the other
So do we have a means to get to Garion then?
Yes. Side question to the DM.
If not, I can plane shift.
My ability to transport him. Can I take anyone with me?
You do not know. You were just left with the message that if you want to come back, you can.
If anything, I can plane shift us there.
I'd just rather not burn spell slots if we can avoid it.
Oh, are you planning on fighting?
Do you each
You
have
never
a
know
coin?
what's gonna happen. I have
Yeah,
one.
we all have a coin.
Okay. Then let's use the coins, and if we need to get out of there, we can.
How
know
do we
how?
use the coins?
I just hold mine up and I say, Garion.
You would know how.
Oh, I would.
He did explain to you
Okay,
when
'cause
you
I was like, I
were
don't
when you were
remember.
with him. He did tell you that to use the coin, all you have to do
Metagaming.
is throw it in a flame of some type, and that flame will become that portal, or that heating
Blue powder.
That heating element will become that
Okay.
portal.
We're still in my mansion, so I'm
Yep.
gonna go over to the fireplace, ignite the flames. I'm gonna make.
Oh, do we want to do like a 5-minute though?
Do you want to give Voltaire a 5 minute?
Sure, I'll just get the flames.
All right.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
I like the green of that. That's very interesting.
Yeah,
Usually
I
you only
really
see that
dig
with
it.
like ink and stuff. That's very cool.
I thought you guys would be used to green flames by now.
Oh, definitely, but it's always still nice to see.
I always thought it was just because it was like dark out, and it was like just hard to see. I thought it was my eyes more than anything.
I'm
But,
very
no,
much
I'm very
blind at
impressed by
night.
this. Yeah.
I can't see shit.
Fire's hard to see in darkness.
Well, just it's like the sky was red and thought fire might be green. I don't know.
Would you like to write a 25?
Nope.
So the one who has no personal connections.
Yep.
Is going to ask.
I think that's the
that's
most.
better.
Yeah, I think that's
Oh.
the best way for it to happen.
Okay.
I think out of any of
And
us,
to be
the
perfectly fair, we've traveled with him for a while. I think you do have a personal connection.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know him like a father figure
Well,
or
I
a
think out
lover.
of all of us, he would probably trust you most.
At this point, he
Ooh.
definitely doesn't trust Sheena.
Don't know if you
Not
recall
wrong.
that I was a little spicy on the battlefield.
No, I don't actually. What happened there?
Do you guys remember an argument of any sort? We were all in the same room.
Mistreatment of Voltaire?
Oh,
I
wow.
never.
Wow.
No, I remember being unconscious several times, and there was one time where I woke up where you were shoving a bottle down my throat, but that's all I remember.
Yeah. And then there was an argument about Emily. No, okay, so I'm the one. All right, cool, excellent. That's okay. We're gonna say, hey, come back to the temple, right? That's what we're gonna say.
I mean, I think it's sending it as like an invitation, not an order, would be probably received the best.
All right, cool. All right.
Okay. If you would like to come back, we're gonna go see Gary.
Okay,
now.
so formal invitation. Got it. Okay. Baboon. Gonna go ahead and do sending.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that. Voltaire, you are cordially invited to a discussion at the temple of future endeavors.
Is that what you're calling it? Is that your temple?
Yeah, it is my temple.
Is that what you're
Temple
calling
of
it?
Future Endeavor.
Oh, okay.
No. That's not.
Yeah,
right.
no, you're done.
No.
Wasted a lot of.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
The Temple of Future Endeavors.
No. It's not called that.
God.
That's what it
Come
sounds
to the
like.
temple, comma, to discuss future endeavors.
There you go. Okay.
Oh.
It's like the Temple of Endeavor.
I know. Discussions will include Garyon. You have 5 minutes.
I don't know how much that is. How much is that?
3 words left.
Oh.
Arrivederci.
Not before we leave or something. Too late now.
Arrivederci 1 word?
She said 5
No,
minutes.
it's
That's
2 words.
enough.
Is Arrivederci 2 words?
Yeah, it's 2 words.
How would you
How
would you respond to that?
Having the night to have thought about.
Do you also get 25?
Technically.
Okay, count.
Well, I mean, the creature right here's
Well,
the
I'm
best.
not,
Oh, you're not
thinking,
saying
I'm
that.
thinking this out.
Oh,
Let
okay.
him.
Okay.
I'm going to respond with K. Period.
24 left. Let's go.
Just silence.
That's all you hear is a K. As you guys go about and kind of do your thing.
There was a period at the end of that K, by the way.
Voltaire, as you are, well, are you sitting in your tent or did you get up to go get breakfast when they said this? What would Voltaire be doing?
Having had all night to think about it, Voltaire is going to go back.
Okay. I'm going to say that Voltaire was up pretty early, a little earlier than you guys were. He grabbed himself some food, got your message while he was in line, quickly shoved some in his pockets near his pink pants, and began walking his way back towards the temple. About the 4-minute mark goes by, and you're kind of wondering, like, I wonder what's going to happen. And Voltaire enters the temple.
It's locked, isn't it? Oh, the temple.
The temple's not.
not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you in the temple or are you in the...
They were in the
We're
temple.
in the mansion.
We're in the mansion that's inside the temple.
Okay, so you're still in the mansion. Okay.
Well, about that time to go then, huh?
Does this have a door?
2.
Does it someone... Can we look through a window? Can you create a quick window? Make sure, see if he's coming or
I thought
something.
I did pass it.
Oh, there's not. Who is it?
It is Voltaire.
I'm naked.
Unfortunate.
Aw, harsh.
Relationship took a twist. You open the door. I'm not doing that.
I'm not opening the door.
You have to open the door then. You have to open the door.
not
You're
my
the
door. It's your
You
door.
lock the
To
door.
open the door.
The door opens and like clicks open, and as you kind of like look in, the 3 of them are all standing by the fireplace that's kind of in the middle, probably about 30 feet in front of you.
I'm not going to go in. I'm just going to stand in the doorway.
Right, look, we're going to see.
I need you to stop talking for just a minute there, okay?
I'm going to slurp whatever beverage I have.
Yeah, as you grab the water sack on your hip and bring it up to your mouth, just kind of squeezing it into your mouth.
Don't know if anyone has been paying attention, but this has not been a great experience for me. I clearly don't know what to do anymore in life. I am completely fucking lost. But I just don't know the right move. So, here you go. I'm going to throw the bracer across the floor to them. I'm
I
gonna
will
say,
catch it on your foot.
I hope you do the right thing. And I'm gonna turn around and leave.
Do you want to come?
Nope.
You guys watch as Voltaire, no longer with wings, seeming to have a little more balance than yesterday, walks away from you guys.
Oh, he's adjusting very well. It's very impressive.
I'll walk after him. No.
He's not.
And I would assume Voltaire, in his good manner, would begin helping some of the people of the city who are in need.
No.
Move things. Oh, okay.
So
okay.
neither of you guys are gonna
Voltaire's
go after
going to a
him?
dark
no,
place.
No, last minute
Leave.
words.
Back
You don't
to
know
its
the last
plan.
time you're
Okay.
gonna see him.
We
Have you ever
will,
heard that thing about butterflies?
You can shoot me a text.
If you
Um,
love something, you have to let it go.
If you're just
And
gonna
if
text
it's
me,
not a
I'm leaving,
butterfly,
don't
it won't
text me.
die.
Oh, okay.
The fact that you guys traveled so much,
I just
like,
wanted to
either
know
of
what-
you want to go say like, hey, or
The
something?
part's unknown.
Listen, right?
He's not responding.
You guys are gonna let that go? Okay.
If you bring somebody back from the dead
Uh-oh.
and the first thing they want to do is leave you, typically not a great sign of, something you should pursue. At some point in time, you just kind of have to cut the foreskin,
All right. Well, that took. Okay. All right. Cool. I mean, you guys are all tied together. I am neither here nor there. I guess.
He's not going to listen to reason. No matter what I say, it's not going to be a good answer.
Although, you know how cool it would be if you had, dark mascara and, it'd be just, like a dark paladin, that'd be pretty cool.
I mean, I would love to change this dwarven armor into all black armor. That
I
would
bet
be
you we could
legit.
do it.
That
I
would
bet
be
you I could
amazing.
do it.
Can you change this color?
We all
Because
know
this
that the good
bronze
guys wear
is
black.
shitty.
As soon as we get done with Gary, we can go back to my tower and I can do some crazy shit there.
I would love that.
Let's do it.
Okay.
It's a date.
I don't
Not
wanna
like
cape.
that kind of
well,
thing.
yeah, no, yeah.
No capes.
No.
My coin.
Cool.
And as Budownik takes his coin out and throws it into the fire, you watch as the fire goes from a kind of, a typical orangish hue, little blue at the bottom.
Green.
Oh yeah, you're just green. A typical greenish hue of Nazlith with a little dark blue at the bottom.
I like the flavor.
As you hit the coin into the flame, it turns a dark, dark red. Almost a just like fresh blood red. As you are looking at the flame, it grows just a little bit bigger, just about the size of a person. What are you guys doing?
Does anything happen to him?
I get the sudden impulse to jump in the flames.
As you leap into the flame, you begin
like
to
rain.
feel a very warm sensation hit your body, and as you kind of like catch yourself and kind of look around, you're in about a 8x8 room. It is black stone. There are veins in that stone that are a fairly bright red, not like fire truck red, but just a toned down fire truck red. And they seem to pulse through them. And as you're kind of standing there, there's an opening directly in front of you. What are you guys doing?
I'll toss my coin in and go as well.
After she tosses her coin, I'm going to make a little gust of wind around myself to minimize the heat, and then...
You got a Popeye tattoo.
No, that's to bring him to me. I have to use the coin to... No?
It's to go see him.
I have it flipped then, don't I? Why do I have a black
You
coin?
have a black coin. That's to bring him to you.
Okay, so I will do the tattoo then. I had it flipped in my head then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
After she passes through the...
And you pass.
Oh, then I'll go then.
You
next.
pass. You throw your coin in. You run through the flame. And you feel her kind of like bump into.
Hey,
you.
whoa, hey, hold on there.
I'm going to start like...
In Nazlith, as you kind of watch this happen, you begin for the first time really feeling that tattoo. And as you kind of like put your hand across the tattoo a little bit, it goes from smooth to almost like you can feel a flower. And as you kind of put your hand down the petal of the flower and begin feeling the stem, your hand pricks on one of the thorns. And as you look down at your hand, you see a little bit of blood start coming down. You blink, and as you open your eyes, you're in a pretty familiar place, but it's a library. It's not with them.
You're gonna fuck us.
If she went to the fucking... Alright, so it's... Okay,
Hello? Hello?
I'm going to look around.
Hello?
Hello, hi, Five Fungi. We're looking for the second Lord of Hell, Garyon.
Yo, come on in, man.
Gary? Is that Gary?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, cool.
Hold on 1 second.
I'm
Can they see you?
And as you
Very
kind of walk out, they
slowly,
cannot see me right now.
Wait, I'm looking around.
Check.
I'm looking around. I'm looking around real quick.
You're just in a little 8x8 room.
Okay, do I
There's
see
an opening.
You're
Nazlith?
hearing the voice from in front of you. You guys do not see now.
I'm
I
gonna
would
stop
like
him
to.
It
for a
is
second.
just you two.
This feels a little odd. Insight check. I would like to just.
Roll an insight check.
Yeah, and I'm gonna stop.
Do I
him from
trust
moving.
that voice?
I would. Yeah.
Yeah, with advantage.
Got advantage.
Oh, with advantage?
Yeah.
Can I guidance myself?
No, you didn't say it before.
That's fair. 23.
It's not bad.
Thank you.
It sounds exactly like Gary's voice. It seems pretty
Genuine?
friendly and genuine. Yeah.
Okay, Gary, we have a bunch of shit for you, so maybe don't kill me, right?
Okay.
Why would I kill you?
Okay.
Gary, you have Nazlith?
Guys, you are... No, wait, what?
You have Nazlith?
Come
She
on
went
in
through?
here. And as he kind of calls you and you guys walk out of this little closet, you kind of walk out into what is kind of like a half circle of a room. There's another little closet, almost same shape, right next to you guys. And you kind of look in. It's empty. And as you guys kind of enter the main chamber of the room, you see a very familiar room to what Nazlith saw last time. And as you kind of look from left to right, the left side of this room, it looks like this is kind of like a resting area. It's a bunch of furniture made of steel frames, and the cushions are a dark maroon color with all black pillows outlining them. And as you kind of go across, you see the weird dark blue animal fur that is laying in the center of the room, as this is kind of like a circular room. Not real sure what animal that is. It's pretty freaking large. Something around polar bear sized or bigger for you guys. And as you kind of look up, there's a beautiful chandelier. It's 4 layers, all of which are some form of like either a black crystal or black glass shape. And at the very bottom are 6 red horns coming out of it. And as you kind of pan over, you look at Gary, who is laying in a bathtub currently, just kind of sitting there. It's a bath. Well, for you guys, it would look like it's the size of like a hot tub.
Like
It's
a quad,
Okay, fantastic.
like bathtub? We talking about fancy?
It is very fancy. It's sunk into the ground, so you can't see it, but it looks like it is carved into the rock of the floor.
Got it. Not a freestanding.
In the water inside of it is literally boiling as he kind of sits inside of it.
Cool. You look.
Is it just you two?
Yeah, no, right.
do you have
Nazlith was
Nazlith?
supposed to meet us.
No, she was here like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Well, my time 5 minutes ago.
Probably a couple hours.
Are you able
for us,
to
so.
maybe call her? She's supposed to jump in with us at the same time, and she's not here.
Do you have like a different landing zone or something?
Did she use the...
Yeah.
Yeah, she.
No, that
well,
was, I mean, she didn't have a coin.
she didn't have a coin, but she said that you had something special.
We'll go get her in a minute. She's in the library.
Your library.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
can we just
Can you
do
get
that
like a
quick,
servant
real
or
quick,
something?
yeah, can beckon someone?
I have a new one.
Oh.
Let's
who?
see him. Let's see him.
And he kind of like whistles,
Shaw!
and this guy comes like running in on all fours, and it's a humanoid, one you're kind of familiar with. It is Chief Dalu, as he
you piece of shit!
basically butt naked, but he's wearing these like leather chains that are kind of covering his crotch in buttocks
Dirty
area.
fucking
Son of a bitch!
You look like a
fucking...
And yeah, he's exactly in a gimp suit, and he has like this leather ball
man.
gag in his mouth, and this like leather whip that's kind of like hanging off the back of his head, and he kind of
How's
like
it
stands
feel,
up,
you-
and he kind of salutes, and Gary's just like,
Cover yourself, you piece of shit.
I
Don't
learned
cover
the
yourself.
salute from your guys' land. I saw some army people do.
Yeah, no, that's
yeah,
I like
that's
I
like-
like where that's
it's amazing,
at. No, this
yeah.
is fantastic. How does
Yeah.
it feel being a piece of shit that lost the war? Like even all the things you did didn't matter.
Oh, Dalu, you're a shitty person.
Yeah, we could have a good time torturing him in a
Sorry.
bit.
Yeah. Can you?
I'll
Yeah.
have
Can
him
you
go
make
get
walk,
Nazlith?
No, but make him walk on his hands, like only on his hands, like
Yeah.
hands only.
I got one better. Do the worm. Go get Nazlith.
You
Yeah.
gotta do it fast though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If you're not back here in like 5 minutes, whips and
And you
shit.
watch he kind of lays down and begins like, and he begins wiggling his ass
Wiggles worm.
out of the room.
We are
Words.
And Garen's like, yo, how can I help you guys?
Oh, that was wonderful,
sorry.
Gary.
You guys
Thank
used
you.
your coins already. That was quick. I
Yeah,
expected
well,
more.
no, I mean,
Already?
we have
What were
business
you-
to attend to, but I
Right.
mean, looking at this, do you mind? Is that temperature safe for the ilk, our kind?
Oh, give me 1 second, and he
Yeah.
kind of like touches the rock a bit, and you watch as the bubbles kind of subside.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's good for you guys now.
Fantastic, and
Yeah.
I will start doffing my armor.
Is this like a businessman hot tub session?
Exactly, we're getting into a fucking steam
Oh.
room.
Willow, are you?
Sure, yeah, I'll get in.
It's about 104 Fahrenheit right now.
Oh, that's
Oh,
perfect.
that's
Thank
too
you.
cold.
What? That's good.
104?
104 is normal.
That's a
No,
low
that's
floor
like
bath.
that's pretty standard jacuzzi.
My
temperature.
understanding in Ethway, that's code for.
Yeah, that's like standard.
building code.
I mean, that's actually in Ceta-Gatling. I think that's the limit of temperatures in hot
Taking
tubs.
showers at 111.
You're a woman.
Like,
Warm.
that is.
Have you ever seen
Uh,
that painting? It's like it's on the side of a building. It's like a bar or something. It's like a woman. She gets into a shower, and it's like not
So
hot
as
enough.
you
The skin's
guys-
melting off, and then eventually when
I
she
guess I'll
bones,
hop
that's
into
hot
the
enough.
fucking lukewarm
As
bath.
you guys hop into the tub, I can turn it up for you. He kind
Thank
of cranks
you.
it up a little bit to a
Jeez,
warmer
man.
temperature.
Whew.
Um,
I want that. I want.
How's it going, guys?
Tingle. Huh?
how's it going?
Oh,
Good.
it's
You
fantastic.
finished the job.
We're not dead.
That's
Right.
good, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fantastic. How are
Safe.
things with you, man? How is it? Also,
Fine.
compliments on that beauty. Is that your wife?
Oh yeah. She's
Down the hall.
well, I don't know where she's at right now,
Oh,
actually,
okay.
but I can
Oh,
find
okay.
her if I needed.
Sure.
I'm sure she's somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Well, what's her name? Do I address her as Duchess?
I don't know you like that. I don't mean to be.
What do you mean you don't know?
we're in
We
a
died
thing,
together. We saved your life in theory.
Like
I mean-
multiple times.
Although you did save our life in
I
theory.
mean,
so it's like a
I
mutual
thought I
thing.
brought you back a couple of times.
Aren't you
there.
naming a tower after us?
Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna name a tower for you guys
Kinda.
actually. Hold
That took a turn. I mean, I thought we
Cool.
were buddies.
Hold
No,
Okay.
but okay. So speaking
My
of, let's.
giblets are out.
This is to be fair, and what nice giblets.
Thank
inside. Just as a point of order, this is actually a good time to probably bring this up. It just so happens.
her name's Lady Pior.
Pior.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
This time with
fancy.
confidence.
Piaor.
Papayor?
Pior.
Yeah.
Wait, one more time.
Yeah,
You said P-A-P-I.
It's
no.
Piaor.
Okay.
Pior.
California.
That's fine.
Pure. Pure.
I
Pure.
appreciate that.
Pure.
I really
You said she
appreciate
was a
that.
blue tiefling?
Yes.
Okay.
That doesn't quite roll off the tongue the way I would like it to, but I'm sure it is very beautiful in whatever natural language it is.
I really appreciate you saying that. I know it took a lot for you to mention your family.
I do feel like we've gotten connected.
See?
I've never
Had
thought I would
friends?
have any kind of connection on your plane. Nevertheless, friends. It's kind of
right.
Friends.
You
So,
told us a secret. You give him a secret.
I sometimes
Wait, is this
really
secret telling?
No, like every now and then I like to watch romantic plays and maybe touch myself underneath a blanket that I brought with me. It's a weird thing, I know, but
I've always wanted to slit someone's throat with my own knife.
we arrest people for both those things here. But
well, we promise not to do them here.
Yeah, no, not here.
It's also illegal where we're from, but yeah, no. Okay, so here's the thing. All right,
you have those bracers, right?
that is what I wanted to talk about.
I just wanted to let
Can
you know.
you pull up the original contract for me by chance? I'm not trying to, be offensive.
Yeah,
just
so
as friends.
Nazles was here, and she'll be here in a second again. And she
Sure.
Yeah.
me and her had a talk about finishing the contract, and I mentioned to her that hey, the contract's not done because I need the bracers.
Yeah.
So I had my new little
Yeah, your new gimp.
my little gimp.
Yeah, fuck that.
Go
Hey.
get the contract for me.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We're
So
done.
great.
We are done.
We finished that contract.
So we're good.
Me and you had a conversation that we might
Yes.
have done
It was like
on
a
the side
sidebar.
with the bracers. It didn't end up happening.
Look.
I got mixed up.
Okay.
I did not mean to cause any stress.
It was very concerning to us.
I'm sorry.
You have to sit like it sounded. I mean, just try and picture it from my
I'm-
shoes.
I get it.
Okay. So,
Lord
out
of the
curiosity,
second
okay,
Blair Bell
perfect,
is
excellent.
trying
Well,
to-
now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna pull out my flask and be like, "Would you like some?"
Oh, I have my own. Thank you.
Fantastic.
If you want.
Well, then,
some,
cheers
yeah.
to a successful contract. Do you care? Do you know?
Is it warm?
And he kind of pulls out the contract. Everyone has to be here for this to disappear and be completed. So we'll wait for Nazlith.
Voltaire?
And about this time, Nazlith, you would probably be meeting
Some dude just like
him.
My lady, your presence is restricted.
It's technically completed, so it's not like I can. If I have to find you later time, if it doesn't work now, it is what it is. I can do it all individually too.
So it turns out,
as long as you all look at it at some point in time and acknowledge that it's complete, it will vanish from my books.
do you have
All
means
of
to
us.
track down Voltaire by chance?
On your.
It sounds weird, I know. So we actually had a discussion that he didn't quite find fond or
Nazlith, you want to jump
engaging,
in?
and
Be a
I just
couple
kind
more
of
minutes.
consider it for a
it
moment.
just is like
And I
a.
shrug and I just walk in
Wait.
with my clothes on.
Oh, that's probably really dirty clothes, man.
As Nazlith is now standing by the.
It just
Nasty
he
film.
didn't quite fit,
I've
or
read your clothes
didn't
for
quite.
months. Actually, no,
What we wanted to do didn't quite sit well with him, and so he kind of went his own way. You can go your own way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I can catch up with him another time.
Perfect.
It's not
Cool.
a big deal.
Excellent. Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Are we bound to the contract during that?
No,
time?
you're done.
Fantastic.
You guys are done. You have viewed it yourselves, and as you kind of look at the contract, and he kind of brings it out, and he literally shows you. You watch as your name vanishes from the contract, and as each one of you view it, your name vanishes from the contract.
Is
Wow.
Emberly still on? there?
Emberly's name, you would notice, is not even there.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Ends with death.
Did she sign the No, I don't think she
Did, I thought.
When the fuck did Emberly die?
No, I thought she died.
I think she died before.
Did she die before?
I think so. Yeah, he's confirmed. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
My
Well, that's just
trauma.
fantastic. Man,
we
what can
made
we
this deal when we were worried that the light was going to go out.
You're right.
Yeah.
What? What do you want to do, man? Like it's the
Well, I'm
first
here
thing.
to rule the second layer of hell until
Sure.
until someone below me dies, and then we all, go down a level. So
And
like-
by down a level, that's still a promotion.
Promotion?
yes,
It's
yeah,
just
of
you're
course.
going.
Yeah,
Flip.
You just
The
have to go
promotion.
further down.
yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you need help with that or
Next
something?
plane over. It's not too hard. No, I don't. I see where you're at, and I appreciate it.
Look, man, you did so
Like,
much for
shut
us.
us
The least
down
we could do,
Yeah,
especially if I can come back here and just regroup, would be fantastic.
I mean, I will give you your gold coins back. You can come whenever you'd like.
Yeah.
You'll end up in my bathroom closet if you don't mind. It's kind of my.
That is
That's
a
where we
weird-
were?
Yeah, this is my
Wow,
bathroom.
I felt like I kept
Just seems
secret.
like a weird spot to like have you
Hiding in the
teleport
closet.
friends to. Like,
Well, it works in like two ways. So what's kind of cool is I can like go in there, and take a shit, and it like boom, it's gone. I
I'm
can
sorry.
like disappear.
Where does it
We
go
were in a
to?
shitting closet?
That's not my problem.
but like, do you know where it goes?
No.
Oh, that's
I
fantastic.
mean, I can be like, yo.
Can we tracking chip that shit? Like, that'd be fantastic. I would love to see, like, I'm just thinking, like, out loud here, but, like, imagine it's a bar.
To be honest, it's kind of like a prank call. I only do it every once in a while when I'm really drunk.
Okay.
Outside of that, I use the
Probably
actual
freaky.
bathroom. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Indoor plumbing.
I'm not a. Yeah.
Just-
No,
That's just-
shitting closet.
So, it turns out we're actually freed from the contract. And we don't have to give you the bracers, but I did want to ask, and I think we're all here very curious.
You don't, but I would.
You would like them, I'm sure.
I would like them.
Yes. What benefit, what boons does this grant you?
So, what do you guys know about these bracers?
That you can take over our plane.
Anyone who can wield the magic necessary to fix these can do that.
I've definitely tried.
Oh, that's way above your heads. I can't do that.
No, yeah. Oh.
So, what are you going to do then? Is this a prize? Is this a trophy?
Honestly, I was going to hold them until maybe one day I could do something. If you
Inside
wouldn't
check.
mind.
Okay.
Yeah, roll an
the
insight check.
fuck out of that, yeah.
And I
'Cause,
cast guidance on myself.
You
Can
gotta-
you roll with advantage?
I will let you do it.
Because I'm also...
No, this is gonna be a because this is kind of like a group thing. So
Oh.
if you
Right,
wanted
yeah.
to roll as well, I'd let
yeah.
you roll.
Oh, you want me to roll by myself?
Yeah,
Okay.
nat 20.
28.
28? Oh god.
With a nat 20.
Okay.
16.
With a nat 20.
nice.
Oh.
With a
Nice,
nat
okay,
20.
okay.
16.
And it's 16. As he kind of says this out loud, he's.
About to bet.
What exactly are you trying to get from?
I'm trying to discern whether or not he was being honest about whether he could wield the magic to repair it, and or what his intentions are with the bracers in the immediacy. In the immediate, he says
he was not lying to you about he doesn't have the power to mend these. And that he would like to eventually be able to use them. Like, he wasn't lying to you, but it's like something that he's like, it's not priority one at this point.
We risked
It's
our
life.
lives for an investment.
Okay, so
Right.
hear me out here. Right?
So just a heads up, just a history on these, just real quick,
yeah, give us a primer, if you will.
where they were created. One of them was created in the very center of the 6 internal planes, the elemental planes. By whom, I don't know. I haven't done that research yet myself.
Do you have the means
said
to
the
do that
6th?
Research?
Layer?
No,
6
it is.
elemental
It's
planes.
called the most inner layer. Back to your end. The way the planes are built is there's there's the inner planes. There's your prime mortal
Yeah,
plane.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
the outer planes.
Yeah.
It's a tree of
Yep.
life, essentially.
Yeah. Yggdrasil.
One of those was made in the center of that tree, the core of that tree, if you will, the elemental planes. There's 6 of them.
Did you say tree?
Yeah, Yggdrasil. The tree of life. It's like an old thing.
Okay.
It's not exactly how the planes are set up, but it's a it's a good mnemonic device, I suppose.
The other one was made on the outer planes.
As sisters, like they were meant to be made in those locations, or they just happened to be.
It was the celestial plane. They actually made these in coordination with each other.
So they were intended to be a
They were
matching
intended
set.
intended to be a matching set. It's the key to
Elemental
rule the
planes
planes.
and celestial planes then.
Fantastic.
quite
So
literally.
So
one of this earth, one of the other.
They've been in existence as long as time itself.
How did Orcus
I've done
come by?
very limited research myself on these, but I do know that Orcus has had them for my whole life.
Can you guarantee their safety?
Yes, they will be in my hands.
What about if one of your bosses, decides to come up for a visit and goes like, "Oh, I
Hey.
can totally use this."
I have ways to
Or how about
secure them, and we could even, if we wanted, we could set up a way where if I have an issue,
You just pop them right into our
I can
pockets. kind of
send them
thing.
to one of you guys.
cool.
I've given Nazlith a
Yeah,
key
since
to
you
my
seem to
library.
have branded her.
Well,
in some type of
the other
way.
question I have is
If she didn't want it wouldn't have taken.
This, yeah, very convenient. Very bridging of 2 people together.
My other question is, if you do figure out how to fix them,
I hate you guys because really stretching things.
if you do
Oh,
figure
we're
out how to
stretching
fix
it.
them, how do we guarantee that you stay in your world and we stay in ours?
Honestly, it wouldn't be in your lifetime. I would never use them for anything outside of
Oh, okay.
of protecting my planes
Knowledge.
in keeping back
Knowledge.
the abyss.
How do-
That's my full.
How would we guarantee that?
Oh, we can guarantee it pretty easily, I think. How about
I mean, we could do a
a
contract.
contract?
But would
You-
that be
Never in our lifetimes as long as any of our blood. How about that? Because really, who cares after our bloodlines
In
are
the
gone?
existence
Of our bloodlines.
of these
Fornication
rings,
so just a lot.
What?
in the existence of these bracers, I will not. As long as they exist, I will not use them.
Against the material plane. As a conglomerate, if you want to fight individuals because you have beef with a particular individual, I'm totally okay with that. But like,
Honestly, I could take most of your plane with.
without them. Sure.
The issue is that eventually the Celestials get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a whole
seems like a
legal battle.
hassle.
It's a lot.
So
It's a lot.
I'm happy to surrender. I think at this point we all can technically lay claim to at least one of those pieces.
Sure.
Of the bracelet.
I mean,
maybe not.
I threw it in the bag.
No, he's
by the
got
way.
his.
I got your bag. If you would like that back.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Burnt me a couple times, but it's alright.
You stuck her hand.
I stuck my hand.
You
in
felt
it.
the heat before.
I stuck my hand.
And
it
you
was like,
continued.
Ooh, it was hot.
Okay.
Well, it was a dire moment. Didn't know what happened to you. Got real concerned.
Oh.
Thought you.
I'm sorry. I died.
Yeah.
How was that? As like an immortal
At first,
person.
crazy. Never had that experience.
Yeah.
You
Right.
don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
That dude had full control.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he had me just in a locker for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
what
Sorry, would have
felt
done more
like
if I could.
eternity.
Yeah, you were the first one to go down in that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for.
No, I
No,
mean, you did great.
you were
I mean,
great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nazla said, couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah.
Well, here's some coins for you guys. I
Thank
guess.
you.
I will give you each a gold coin.
We
If you ever want to come back and see me, let me know.
Oh,
Nazla, if you
absolutely.
wouldn't mind.
I was.
go ahead.
No. By all means, mine's kind of finishing up the business.
Oh, then go ahead.
I was wondering if you actually needed, as an artist, you appreciate when your work has reached its fullest
If
potential.
you're wondering if I would like some kind of like student help or some kind of
student, I think you in that situation would be the student because I've built the tower once before. So
you want to help me with the tower once again?
if that's something that you
Oh.
would like, I think that I can at least just offer
Yeah,
my
definitely,
services.
definitely. I've offered my.
I do have to go home and get some things though.
Yeah, no. Honestly,
Is it possible to move here? Do I need like a green card to do that, or?
you would have to. We'll talk about some laws at a
That's
later
fine.
time.
Yeah,
We'll-
no, that's
in the
totally
future,
fine.
we'll talk about things.
I'll just
for
do
now,
I'll do a
Graxina,
visa for now.
Would you like a tattoo?
I wouldn't say no. You do happen to be the person that I, grew up worshiping on the material.
I know.
Just saying.
I have a whole cult on your guys'.
Yeah,
plane,
no,
though,
it's
and
pretty
I
great.
honestly hate those people.
I mean, we can go murder them for fun.
No, they're
We can
killing the
get
drill
drunk.
guard as we
Oh,
speak.
okay, perfect.
So
Oh
they're
my
doing-
gosh, how fun!
Yeah. I have them hunting them all down.
Oh, that's just
yeah,
lovely.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
gonna be a good.
Yeah, fuck those guys. Did you tell your slave that you're Gimp?
Gibby!
Oh, he'll eventually know once they start popping up in the
Right.
prison cell.
Oh,
Yeah.
You should have them all rape him or something.
I'm not gonna get too intense. That's yeah.
Intense.
We do have
This
law
is
here.
out.
I'm sorry, but yeah, if you'd like to come back, and he kind of grabs your arm and pull. You're naked in the stall with him, and he kind of like rubs his hand up your arm and onto your bicep, and as he kind of like grabs the top of your shoulder, you feel heat, and he begins going all the way down your arm, and your arm gets to about just below your elbow before he kind of lets off, and as you kind of like look down.
It's really nice.
Thank you. That's my first tattoo.
It's almost like a beautiful naturescape, but you're kind of unsure of what place this is. It's not a place you've ever seen before. It is completely red and in shades of red. There are a couple things that are black and white. It looks like a forest. It is literally covered in flame as opposed to leaf.
Is that bare thing right there? Is that what's that carpet's made out of? Is that?
And he kind of like gives you a little nod, and as you kind of like look next to that,
Wow.
there's almost like a lake that's like pitch black. And as you kind of continue looking down, there's a couple dark mountains,
How's that?
and it's pretty much a half
Looks
sleeve
great.
of wilderness from this plane.
That's fantastic. Is this a location that we can go to, or is this just kind of like
That's one of
artistic
my
interpretation?
favorite places to go with
Alright,
my
that's cool.
family.
We should go there sometime.
Yeah, take my kids there all the time.
Fantastic.
It's a good spot.
Takes his kids on
Willow, if
vacation.
you would like, you can come down here anytime too. If you want to think
Really?
about it before getting a tattoo,
No, I would love it.
you want a tattoo?
Considering the fact that I can no longer be a divine twin, absolutely.
Ooh, okay, fair.
So, I mean, right here, if you can, on the face.
You want one on your face?
Yeah, taking a different direction at this point.
Your face is never a good
Thanks.
point.
Going to. Thought about it. Doing it.
That's fair. And as he kind of like grabs you by the head and
Not good
closes
with
your
littles.
eyes, he kind of rubs both of his hands from behind you over the top
No
of your face.
regret.
And as he uncovers your face, there is a small little flame that kind of loops around down by your cheek.
Shut the fuck up.
And it kind of begins.
And you develop a list.
It begins going down your neck, and you kind of feel a heat on your chest. And as you kind of like look down on your chest, it flames out across your chest and ends.
Oh, this is lovely.
Yeah, I figured it's a upside down tree of life for your sister. Really, it's
Thanks.
Yeah,
You know,
Oh yeah, no, I can see the
appreciate
root
that.
there.
Yeah, that just kind of
Oh yeah, right. Branches out
branches
right there.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
isn't
Yeah.
that great? Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. If you guys would like, you're more than welcome to stay. You're wasting quite a bit of time.
I mean, we're not really wasting
really
any time at this
wasting.
point.
Oh, okay, fair.
I don't think we have much to do at this point.
Nadlis is pretty much our leader at this point, so what's up, man? What
The
are we doing?
19-year-old.
Yeah, we trust you.
Let
with
the
our
youngest one
I know.
lead,
Well, I'm
right?
33 years old, and I'm like,
I
fuck
get
it.
Well, that
Touch
gives you
your
access
face.
to my library, and I will tell you that once you're here, you won't be able to really go into any of the rooms until I show up.
That is
Just a warning, you will be able to go back home anytime you want. You do the exact same thing. Takes you right back to where you were, so make sure you do that in a spot where you're
Not on like a ship.
comfortable.
If I was on a ship traveling through the sea, would I end up in the
It
sea
will
or would I end up on the
put
ship?
you the exact same spot on that plane of existence. So try not to do that.
Like,
But doesn't the
coordinate-wise.
Earth travel through space as it rotates around the center of the galaxy? So that same plane of existence would be thousands of
Yeah,
miles.
but see, all of the planes of existence really spin at the same time as well. Meaning the outer ones are spinning at a faster rate to keep up with the inner ones. That's why our time moves differently than your said time.
that is very interesting. Wow. That was a very
I don't know why I
insightful
explained that to you,
question,
but
Chief
yeah.
Taloo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great.
Yeah,
Now
now
go do the worm.
get out of my room.
Um,
I can send you guys back home.
wait, one moment.
But if you go home with the bracers, just be wary. Maybe not now, but there probably will be a time in the future that somebody
Come looking for them. Yeah.
comes looking for them.
I am inclined to do the same.
Should we sign a contract then?
I think
Yes.
brief accord.
I would
between
love
us.
to sign a contract with you guys once again.
Fantastic.
But
What are our agreements? I would say
you're
that
not
I
here, bro. You're not here.
I
you
will-
had the chance. We even invited you.
I will take care of these bracers. I will
do your best to
not
defend
do-
them. Da, 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 da.
I will
We
defend
give
them
in,
with all my heart. I
uh,
will not attack any kind of
We
plane.
give them to
Uh,
goodwill. And
It's
and
not the
yours.
abyssal or defending my own.
Fantastic.
Can you also ensure that family members also do not utilize said and use for
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, it's
We will
we
have
tend
a
to-
mode. You guys have a way to come back.
Okay.
Bring an object back to me which you would like the bracers to appear in an emergency.
Excellent. Okay. You can build us a cool ass box, I'm guessing. or-
And take
I
your
can build
time.
your cool ass box right now, and they could go. But I mean, they exist on the ethereal plane. I don't know how that works for your intent. But I can literally. I mean, I have a box on the ethereal plane.
I
that
need
can
you to
just,
build
like,
it from your plane.
So that if
No, I mean, it
emergency,
has,
it
like,
pops
this
over to
little
us.
bloop, and then
I mean, I can give you one of my boxes. And we can do it, I guess. That makes sense. But you'd have this weird looking box that people might question. I was gonna let you do it so it's like.
Sure, it's more incognito.
But
Yeah.
if you'd like, I do have a crate, and you look behind him, and it's like a solid black wood crate that has like gold latches and gold metal framing. You can take that if you'd like.
It's a little gaudy for my taste. But
Super gaudy.
well, I'll be back soon. Don't you worry.
Okay, yeah.
We.
To be honest, take your time. Worst
Oh,
case
yeah, just
scenario,
talk.
Jesus
I know where you live. I will put them in your home.
Not gonna rule the
I also
world
know
with
where you
uniqueness
live.
like
No,
that.
I'm
You
like,
do.
Okay.
I did not mean that's not.
Okay. Sometimes I just worry about you, Gary.
Shut up. Oh my god.
sir, can I conquer?
Yes, Natalie.
sir.
Stop. Okay. Now that we have the bracer situation figured out,
Part of the contract.
we want to continue this allyship.
Like I said, your
Very
guys.
Alliance?
Yes, but
Partnership.
Lines.
we have recently had discussions that we doubt the current leadership of our plane, and we would like to.
I mean, there are many leaderships of your guys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
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 But
I
we
think
would,
one unified
You're trying to have like a religious takeover?
Political?
No.
I mean, I can help you with political battles here and there. To do that with all of Ethway would
Well, we wouldn't take it all at once.
would stir the rest of the gods the wrong way, if you know what I mean.
Maybe
I'm not the
just
only one who watches down upon
leadership at a higher level that maybe the smaller level of kings and queens may not be fully aware of until they get to that level.
I mean, if you guys are in areas that you want to clean up and help, if you call me, I'm free or have time, I can come. If you want to come learn some things before you go do it to help yourselves, you can be my guest. You want to send people to me, I can always take more.
Any kind of glaive that I could do that with, I would absolutely take them.
I gave a similar one.
Out of here.
Plus 100
I gave a similar
blade.
one to Voltaire this year. But yeah, I do. They're my high-ranking soldiers. They carry a special glaive that sends people directly back to my prison.
More than happy to do the same.
Does that glaive
Yeah.
potentially have a spell?
Yeah,
that's
before you
on it
leave,
that
just
you can
go into
provide
that
to
far
us to
closet.
put?
You can grab one. There's some potions and stuff. Whatever you need, feel
Fantastic.
free. Feel free.
So maybe perhaps in the contract you could allow us your assistance in the unification.
I think
That's going to be a signed
That's-
contract.
Right.
pretty. I mean, at this point in time,
And to be
he's
honest with
promised
you,
not to use against us. Or,
I'm at the
you
point
know,
where I think that I
anything.
can call you guys friends,
I'm more than willing to call you a friend.
and so I'm
Yes.
Can I insight check that?
yeah, roll an insight check.
Well, it's just a huge shift from when he first came and you're like, I'm not going to tell you my wife's name to...
Yeah.
That was more the
What's
GM.
your guidance?
The GM didn't want to have to name the wife.
Yeah. I was like, what's your wife's name?
That's
Oh,
a real
shit.
world insight check. That's all you got.
He's opening up about you.
Matthew just insight check Chris.
26. Are we friends?
He is becoming rather comfortable with you guys. He hasn't mentioned like contractually friends. He hasn't mentioned like things like that he was at one point in time. And it seems that he is like genuinely grown to have like a respect for you
a
guys.
What does that
fondness
say about?
that
So-
we.
I mean, if you want to get real, we'll have an episode where we get real deep into the concept of that,
I
but
think we
later
should
date.
strive for the center of Ethway, the hub of Ethway.
The center of Ithway is a continuously swirling storm
Not
of turmoil.
literally. I'm saying the political center.
So I'm just going to say
Ceta-Gatling.
this.
Yes.
That's not going to go over well right now. I'm not going to lie. I don't think you go for the biggest, baddest one of the group
Where
first.
do you think we should go then?
Honestly, I think the towns and shit that are in complete and total ruin.
Not to
right
play
now.
devil's advocate here, but
Ha!
if your guys' world is too good, you know, I don't really get people
Oh no.
as much.
No, we're not looking for good. We're looking
No.
for efficient.
Circle of life.
Well, like I said, if you want to do it per stop,
The
we'll come
people
back with
who
a.
are good intentioned and are
Following our rules and
I see
obeying
it.
our laws.
We are, no, I don't plan
Pretzel.
on killing anyone.
So I just
no.
want to say, like, you've seen my
I'm
powers.
just saying that the people who are good intentioned or not harming others can have some benefits to remaining on our
Yeah.
plane. And the ones that are
You can get rid of
like
the
this
cheap to
shitbag
lose.
over here, and I point
Yeah.
to the gimp, can come to you.
I'm all about it. I just want to know, like, how.
How? What do you mean?
How?
Are you guys just gonna go around?
Like slow and deep in their sleep, or like
If you go around to places and let me
No,
know,
I
hey,
mean,
I'm at a
that's
place
fair.
where this, and then you explain to me the situation, you know, and I can be
How
like,
do you adjudicate?
seems-
What metric are
seems
you
good.
using, and what is the tools
That's what
by
I'm-
which we measure people?
this is all my questions. Because you guys seem to live, just judging your plane, sorry, in a place where most of you guys are pretty shitty.
right?
Like, just by,
Yeah.
seems like
I
that's
wouldn't
kind of
have
the
many
thing.
people left if we're being perfectly honest.
I just don't see how you're getting that out. And I know you want to use the braces, but again, I'm not going to fix these in your lifetimes.
Oh, I don't. I mean, we could definitely try different planes, but later on in life, might research how to do that. Anywho, I think. I mean, we'll have to come up with a game plan on how to.
said you're always more than welcome
We'll
to come back.
establish new guidelines, new precedents, make the population aware of these new guidelines and precedents.
Just like any law and order.
If you'd like to run for like an
Just like any
election, I can
politician.
help you.
An election.
I can help you get it, if you know what I mean. But
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
it's very hard for me to. I like where your head's at. I understand what you mean, but that's you want me to control a whole planet,
No.
whole plane.
No. We will start small.
But yeah, I think if you build small, if you start from like local grassroots type of thing,
Yeah.
We can unify a couple
Like,
of the
run for
locals
mayor.
more.
Yeah.
and then we can build from
Okay,
there.
Gary, let me
Right.
ask you. Do you have elections down here?
Oh no,
Exactly.
Yeah. Another question, Gary.
but we have one type of ruling where you guys have many.
Right.
We're trying to fix that.
Just in the
That's
couple-
Exactly. That's the problem.
So this is something that we want to do within a lifetime, but a lifetime is very short.
Okay.
Do you have means of either by ritual means of some sort to prevent someone from having such a short lifespan?
Well, I'll tell you what. I got a very nice library, and you guys have
That sounds like a lot.
quite a lot of time on your hands to go about reading through that library.
How many years
So I
has
think
passed?
many of the questions or answers to the questions that you have are
It's gotta have been like
Could be
4 days
found.
at this point.
And life seems really boring. Been there, tested the waters, didn't like it, don't want to go back.
that's fine. You need to go back at least for now. Get your
You're gonna kill me?
wait what?
What?
Oh,
said
you're
I said-
talking about death.
Yeah.
Death was
Talking
scary.
About the plane.
No, I'm talking about death.
No, we're talking
Oh.
about material plane.
No, I don't want to die. That's why I want to live
You guys
forever.
are all more than welcome to die here. I would not. I would not be
I grab
against
your hand
that.
when you say that and I say, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
You guys are one of a kind beings. Honestly.
Gary, you're making me blush. Also, it's very hot in this water. I'm gonna.
I feel really good.
Sit
My
up on the
back
little
has
stone.
been dying this whole entire
I'm
trip.
like
Well,
sweating so.
Honestly,
profusely.
I
Is
got
there
some
water
things
in
I
hell?
need to do.
Okay, yeah. You got a family. So, I mean.
I don't know if you want to leave the bracers or take them and come back with them a later time. I honestly don't
I think
mind.
at this point in time we could leave them. I could be wrong. I mean, what's everybody else's feeling on
We
that? I
can
don't
leave
have.
them.
Okay,
Okay, now
We
fantastic.
have a
Leave, yeah.
contract.
We do.
You do.
Give
Do you
Dick.
need blood?
Where's?
Oh yes. Let's all sign.
They're saying give
um,
dick. I'm like,
I mean, I can.
I
I can
can't
if you
give
want,
dick.
But that's
And you see
personal choice.
Chief Delu come waddling in on
You're
all
not a
fours.
chief anymore.
His
Uh,
nickname needs to be Doo Doo.
Yeah, Doo Delu.
Oh, shit!
Dude,
That was
you're
cute.
Delu.
As he comes walking in on
An
all
interview
fours.
with that guy.
Grab me my pen. And he kind of like
Oh, we're using pens.
pulls out of a
Okay.
pen. It is literally just
Where
a
were
piece
you
of,
hiding that?
it's literally just a piece of metal with like a little prick at the end, and Gary kind of pricks his hand with
Oh,
it,
back to blood. Okay.
signs himself, and hands it to you. Yeah,
It's an awfully heavy pen.
it works pretty well for.
No, yeah, I can see that. I'm like,
I'm gonna start
that was
moving
like,
blood flow to
I
my
think I
finger.
just hit a vein.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm just going, okay. I'm gonna sign.
You'll sign it.
Perfect. And the four of you
Three.
are now
Oh, and Gary.
and Gary are now in contract for those bracers
Four
to
spores,
be
Matthew.
protected.
Four spores
Don't
live
blame
again.
Matthew for Voltaire playing
The four horsemen of the apocalypse ride again.
You're good. Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Ceta-Gatling and collect some stuff and tidy up and finish my business there.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably give it. I think it'd probably be maybe like 45 minutes your time, and I'll be back.
yeah, perfect. You guys are more than welcome anytime. Just
I would. Do you want to check the library real quick with me?
Yeah, I would definitely like to.
you're more than welcome to before you leave. What are you guys looking for at DM? What are you looking for as you guys?
I'm looking for any books that talk about mortal life and how to avoid being dead.
Okay.
Oh, I got you, boo.
Going heavy.
Nazlith will try and look for books on.
So I'm getting dressed. Don't mind me.
No,
Oh yeah, I'll start getting dressed too. Oh shit, yeah. I'm gonna
The-
start getting clothes on.
Put the pasties on.
Ritual of Becoming, or Ceremony of Endless Night, or the Elixir of Defilation.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'll text it to you.
Okay. Yeah, and as you guys like open up this library, it's quite expansive. And as you go through it, roll investigation checks for me. Whoever's looking for whatever.
I think.
Do you have a means to transform me directly to Voltaire by chance?
I can only put you back to where you came from.
Once I can. That's fair.
Unfortunately, how that one works, I
What
can't.
do you say?
Investigation.
Yeah.
I got
Once
a
you
nat
once
one.
you use the
Wait, I'm gonna lucky it. I'm gonna
Okay.
lucky it.
19.
19.
Here we go.
you both rolled 19s.
Yeah.
The new
after
divine
lucky.
twins.
Perfect.
The new
Death
necrotic
and
twins.
breath.
Well, the Divine Twins are dead, so I gotta figure out a new name for myself.
I would say that you, Nazla, find the book Ceremony of an Endless Night. And you find a potions book that has the elixir of defilation in it.
Defilation?
Yeah.
Like, how do you say that?
I don't know. I was like, defile? To defile something? Defilation? What are you specifically looking for, Willow?
I'm looking for anything that has to do with death-defying rituals, or any type of way to avoid dying.
Oh, I found that.
Oh, you did?
I would say that
What
you.
that was?
I'm gonna combine your
Oh,
guys'
cool,
roles.
yeah,
and you
combine it.
happen to find like the same couple books before
My
you
whole
guys,
names.
kind of like figure things out in dip. And as you
Deflation.
as you
That's horrible. Shit.
as you guys leave, and Gary kind of says his goodbyes to you. Said, "Come back anytime." I think of you guys as family and students. You can see Gary has like this slightest bit of like emotion to him for once, as you guys kind of go out
Gary.
to your closet and bamf back to
Into a shit
the
closet.
temple.
Yeah, you looked up defoliation. Defoliation.
What I wrote is DEF.
And as you guys bamf back to the temple, we're gonna take our 10-minute break
Not a word.
there.
So fast.
We'll be back at about 8:30, 8:35-ish. Give us that amount of time to get some drinks and stuff, go to the bathroom, figure some crap out, find the slideshow for our halftime, and we'll see you in, 10 minutes.
Bye.
Welcome back.
Twins.
So
Twin
where we
special.
left off, you guys, Nazlith, Willow, not Emberly because she's dead, and Bootownick, sorry. I love you, Willow.
Oh yeah, you've been dealt such a raw hand in this campaign. Poor you, Miss Tatface.
I lost a sister.
We're gonna have to have a whole episode on the saltiness level. That's going
Willow
on.
Tyson.
Anywho,
Lost a sister.
you guys had your conversation with Garen. You left him the bracers, and you guys got 2
Good for you.
books that Nazlith and Willow were looking for, and you guys bamped back to your plane,
wanna go to
where you are
Ceta-Gatling.
now in your
Or
temple.
Fogport.
As you guys kind of like get back to your temple and kind of try to figure some things out, you kind of go to the reigning officer there. Actually, we'll say you find Caspian one more time. Caspian informs you, if you would like, I have the ability for you to speak to Torlane. We can.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
No, let's
yeah.
do it.
Look
Can we do that
through
right
a,
now? We got kind of a time crunch. We got to make some Fogport in like the next few days.
We may be able to get things arranged for you. Follow me, and as you guys follow him on back, there's a kind of made up.
We don't like. We still don't like Caspian. He's not like we're not super fun.
We're okay with Caspian.
There is a kind of like made up like military tent where they have 3 of the orbs recovered. You weren't sure how many they had to begin with, but there's 3 very large crystal orbs. And he kind of walks you to one, and they close this tent around you. You guys are kind of enclosed in this circular 10-foot tent. A officer of the Soldiers of the Spire walks in. He doesn't have anything like armor-wise or weapon-wise on, and you see him begin casting a spell on this orb. And as he does, you begin to see an image of Chancellor Torlane inside of this bulb. It's pretty clear. It almost looks like she's just on the other side of a glass from you guys. It is very nice to see you guys.
Chancellor.
Chancellor.
How have your travels been?
How have your travels been? Did your city catch on fire and burn or some crazy shit like that?
Funny you say that. I need you to roll a fate roll for me, as
Oh,
you're the
shit.
only
Oh
person
yeah, you're the last one,
to
huh?
not roll one.
Guidance?
Nope.
No. What happened to Ceta-Gatling?
It burned. If
It
I
burned.
could burn.
Did you roll a 1?
2.
A 2.
Damn. Good. Good. We can take over.
Yeah.
That's what we
I
wanted.
mean, you guys are weakened. It's time to go.
At the time that they were gone, Boltar could have taken over.
You would have had to made it there.
We
4 days.
unfortunately had an experiment with our fungus go wrong on the
An
outskirts of the
experiment.
city.
Weren't they told not to?
Not to.
We
Unfortunately,
told him
a
not to.
portal opened and an army like I've never seen attacked us.
Were they of a fiend type?
Yes.
Was there a fungus woman involved?
There was not.
Okay.
They vanished about a day and a half ago.
Yeah, that was us.
We have gotten the word. Once Caspian contacted us through Thogport, we began spreading the words on your guys' success to the rest of the allies of the Ipsum, and I'm sure many others will hear as well. I would suggest that you guys have 2 options to come home. You can either take the long, relaxed path and make your way through some of our sister cities and allies. Surely there will be parades and celebrations for you guys in each one. That or in Thogport, if you want to
So like a tour, really.
teleport back to Ceta-Gatling, you're more than welcome to. Of course, a tour. It would do well for you guys. It's outside of that, it's no sweat off our back. I will say that when you guys do arrive back, we would like to plan a festival to celebrate.
I was thinking more of along the lines of a statue at this point in time. You know, maybe around City Square, or possibly squarely right in front of
Budownik, we are well aware of your reputation, and don't worry, there will be a statue built. I think this is something you could use it as an excuse for that.
Absolutely. And if you don't mind, I mean, if you're looking for a sculptor or somebody who can make things or build things, I do have the time to do that myself at this point. Also, regarding our fees
there is quite a bit of money waiting for you.
Fantastic. I think it goes without saying that most of us got in a little bit over our heads. It was a bit more than just an.
There's a lot
expedition of
more than what
research.
was waiting for you originally, Budownik.
Fantastic. Also, is there, possibly a chance that you could locate one of our lost members for us? Maybe put out a scouting team from, I don't know, say like the higher ranking parts of the military, you guys' best spies network. Not that there is a spy network, but.
Who are you looking for?
It would seem that we've lost track of Voltaire. And we're having a difficulty finding him.
I will inform Rickstrom, and we will do our best to partner with them and figure out his location.
Did Holt survive?
What did you ask? I'm sorry.
Who is Holt?
Did Holt survive?
Oh. Yes, Holt survived, although...
He was the one who gave us the wagon.
Yeah, he gave you the wagon.
That Budownik
Well
did
past
not like.
his fighting age, Holt. But, yes. Unfortunately, we lost thousands, but we managed to fight and hold them off until you guys completed the rest. From my understanding, we are not the only city to have that experience.
Also, I mean, I don't know if Doth is on anybody's radar, but it would seem that entire city might be turned to stone at this point, and something we might want
They
to...
are not part of the Alliance, but I can assure you that there are multiple armies marching towards Pragnil to help out the cause. I know Thargport themselves has sent a division.
Right. I definitely suggest having some emissaries go to Doth and establish there, as it may fall ruin to bandits and thugs.
That is the fear for much of Pragnil at this point, Willow. Well, I will let you guys...
You said there's a fast way home and a short way home?
Thargport would be the fast way.
Gotcha.
So it'll take you a little while to get there,
Yep,
but you
sure
could
will.
teleport back. If you'd like to take the longer way, that would be... it's called a victory lane, if you will.
That big?
I will let that be on you, and I'm sure Thogport will report back to me once you arrive. For now, I will have you know that this is being called the Demonic Cataclysm.
Demonic
You guys.
Cataclysm.
Is that what they're calling it?
That's what they're calling it. Couldn't come up with
And
something cooler.
has anyone, maybe possibly titled us as like,
The five
Banshee
fungi
Forest surveyors
has quickly spread for a couple weeks now.
Regretting that name.
We can change it.
Yeah,
Could
no,
have
well,
been something cooler.
yeah, no. I mean, honestly, really, I think we workshopped it a little bit, and we were going with the axis of equilibrium for a little while. I don't know if that's something that
We can work on something. I'm sure
No, we'll workshop.
you will
it.
find that your name is quickly being spread.
Yeah, any history books written should go through this person here.
I can't control everybody, but we will do our best here in Ceta-Gatling. Anyways, I have some things I need to attend to. Our army is currently trying to fix the northeastern boundary. We will be in contact, hopefully, in the next week.
Chancellor?
And she kind of bows to you guys and ends the conversation there. So there, you guys have a choice. What would you guys like to do?
Thogport.
Yeah.
Thogport and teleport home?
Sure.
Leah take the victory lap going back, or since I have a sanctuary, can teleport us directly back.
So the way to Thogport,
then we can just do the victory lap.
It takes you about. You get some horses and a carriage. Yours was destroyed during the fight in Grandspire, but you managed to secure a couple as you continue on your way towards Thogport. And as you
While we're traveling, I would have looked for corpses, the freshest ones I could find.
Not doing that.
And
what was like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'll help you with that.
I would have cast my, I forget which spell it is, but anyways, I picked 6 of them. I'd have 6 traveling with us.
Perfect. And as you kind of like exit Groundspire and begin towards Thogport,
I'm also heavily reading the fuck out of the books.
Your whole travel is pretty much nothing but carnage. You guys are in a land where every tree has been burnt down. Every shrub has been burnt to the ground. There are zero
ecology around here.
Zero signs of life.
Some elementals go to certain areas.
And it's like this for 3, 4, 5 days. You go through multiple small villages that don't really belong to any of these city nations, that are just completely annihilated, dead bodies on the ground, which Nazlith collects a couple of them. In just total carnage, and you manage to be able to collect some food and stuff on your way out. And as you guys continue on, there's a moment where you guys are about a day away from Thogport, where you see off in the distance greenery. It looks like a forest. And as you guys kind of approach it, as you're on the outskirts of this forest, you're kind of looking around. Directly in front of you is almost like a tremor line in the ground that seems to separate the living forest from the dead earth that you have been walking on for the past week. And as you kind of like step into this forested land, there's almost a new breath of light for you guys.
Oh, okay.
It almost seems to be a little bit more upbeat. You managed to get out of what is now that scar on Pragnil. And your day goes by and you end up getting into Thogport. And as you enter Thogport, you are actually met with many banners hanging off of some of the buildings around there. A very small parade begins to form as you guys kind of enter through town. People kind of knowing who you are, expecting you guys to show up. There's like streamers flying from building to building. There's signs across the rooftops that are kind of written on large swaths of paper and cloth. There's wooden barrels at the tops of the buildings, and as you guys kind of continue on deeper and deeper into town, and things begin picking up, you will notice that people are now on top of the buildings, and they're kind of like lighting these barrels up, which are now pluming with gold smoke. As this parade kind of goes by, people begin handing you things like beers and just tokens and really anything that they have, just pies, just beautiful thank yous that you are getting. And as you kind of look across this small town, you kind of see some signs that say Saviors of Pragnil, Saviors of Ethway. There's another sign that says 5 fungi forever. There's another one that says Glory be 5 fungi. And as you kind of continue on through the town, there's another one that says Thogport for 5 fungi. And you guys
be the place to start for them. Pretty well reception there. Everywhere else it seems kind of dead, you know.
And this is a very polar opposite feeling of the somberness that you have had in the last week of your life.
Had their beer it's really good.
As you guys roam through town, if there's anything you would like to do, just text me. As you guys kind of roam through town, otherwise I'll DM it. As you guys roam through the town, you manage to come upon the king of Thogport.
Dortai? Duarte?
That was Centisio.
Damn it, wrong one.
You guys actually skipped Thogport. If you don't remember, you walked around
Oh,
Thogport.
we did.
I thought isn't that part of the forest, the fungal forest?
That Thogport wasn't part of the
Right on the
forest.
outside of Thogport was, but Thogport itself was not.
Oh.
You guys meet a gentleman named King Vikion, Vikion. He kind of greets you guys. You guys have a huge parade. There's about 3 hours that goes by. It's just a celebration for you guys, as this whole place seems like they're just throwing a party at this point. And as the night kind of dies down, and you guys are doing whatever you would be doing to kind of like settle down, whether it be celebrate, whether it be have a little bit of alone time.
As I take the last swig of beer from my mug, I sit back and I wonder, what is Boltaire doing right now?
Definitely.
Do you want to ask him?
Segue.
And as you guys kind of sit there and have your last drinks of beer, you get in your beds. Are you guys traveling from Thogport through, or you?
I plan on using a teleportation circle.
Perfect.
And I would definitely influence Willow because she wants shit from me, so I want to make this quick.
Influenced. I was
As-
reading the books that we got heavily and conversing with Nazlith on them.
I'm not sure yet if you're gonna like them or not.
The party in Thogport is unlike anything that you guys have really experienced. And as you guys kind of go over your books, you're more than welcome to explain to her what they
Reading
are.
for the past 5 days. Or 6, depending on how
So,
Mhm.
these are essentially
Lay it on me.
books on how to make yourself into a lich.
The fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
No, you don't have to look like a corpse, but you're undead and you can live
does my
forever.
body decay?
Mm-mm.
Is it like okay?
You're basically filled with energy that perpetuates your life.
And this is something you're also looking to
I'm
do?
putting it on hold for now, but I'm also an elf and I have more time to think about it with my lifespan.
Your girl's hitting 33 here, so ultimately,
And Willow, I would say that there is probably a thought in the back of your mind that I have my first temple, and I might be able to make more temples with this new power that I have yet to really.
yeah, because that's my goal, man. I'm major cities. I'm fucking finding a fucking temple, spreading the religion.
Definitely.
I mean, what better place than Thogport to start with that, you know?
Yeah. Okay. A lich.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Gonna need more information on what a lich is medically.
Well, I believe they're undead that are...
Undead.
they're-
But you
they have
still
like a-
maintain your sense of self. You are still you.
Right. However, I'm categorized as an undead Air Genasi.
Yes.
Ergenasi, which... Lich.
Yes.
God. Demigod?
Would it be considered a demigod or just like a half-dead Genasi that's just like,
I mean,
hey?
I think the demigod and the lich are kind of mutually exclusive from each other, to be honest. I feel like at this point,
I'm worried about my
You could do
bits
both.
becoming
No.
I don't think your bits are going to
You're
become...
intact.
okay.
You wouldn't suddenly become unintact.
Okay.
It's not how it works.
Right.
And as you guys kind of finish up your conversation on your books, and you kind of
Might be interesting.
and Willow is kind of trying to grasp this whole concept and moralize it. You guys go to bed. You wake up the next morning. You meet with King Vikion in the Thogport leadership there. You come upon their large teleportation circle. It is a teleportation circle that is shared with the allies of the Ipsum to allow safe travel for high leading officers in leadership and such like that. And as you guys kind of step into this teleportation circle, the king himself does the honors. As you see, he kind of taps his staff 3 times and bows. Good luck on your journey.
That's a very unexpected action.
Yeah, and you guys, boom! And you guys are gone. And you guys open your eyes back up, and you are now standing in a very, at least to Budownik, a
Budownik
very
puke.
It smells awful in here.
familiar chamber. This is the Ceta-Gatling portal room. As you kind of look around, a couple moments go by before the door opens, and you are greeted by Chancellor Torlin.
Chancellor.
See the only 3 of you?
Yeah, like I said, we're missing one of us, and hopefully, your boys out in Rickstrom can actually catch him, or just locate him.
I've sent the notice. If there's anything you guys want, you let us know. We will
Really did my tower survive? Be honest.
get it handled. In Boltash, no.
No, my tower, my home, my study, my laboratory.
Oh, yes. It was close enough to the inside of the city where it did.
I feel like there's a button there.
There is. We may have had to use some supplies, and I know you don't like him, but
I swear,
he helps.
you don't want to finish that sentence. You don't want to finish that sentence. Just hang there and we'll pretend like you never said anything at all. Don't ask. I don't
Is there
want. I
another
don't want to
engineer?
know.
Another engineer? Use your
I
stuff?
will take my size 10.5 boot
Honestly,
and shove it
though,
right up into
Sir Aldred Holt. He saved your house from carnage.
Holt, how sweet.
I owe him nothing.
You owe him nothing. You've already
Saved his life and his plane of
this city.
existence.
I just figured you'd want to know that information.
I swear to God.
Outside of that,
I would like to have a temple that I may dedicate to the knowledge that I've gained on this adventure. Also as a memoriam for my sister.
of course, the northeast part of the city
All right.
has to be rebuilt.
You didn't realize this, but
Dizzy,
Amberly died.
we got the news. Unfortunately, supposedly her statue is one of the few things in the temple of Boltash that survived.
Well, there's a
Oh, that's
temple
good,
you
yeah.
could go to, you know?
There's
I
another
think that's a
one.
fantastic
Yeah, I
idea.
think,
Yeah.
But yes, the northeast side we have to rebuild, and it is going to be nice. I think it'll be a beautiful spot for a temple.
Oh, is there a temple already there that I could?
No, we will have to
there's
build
not.
it from scratch. It'll be. I don't have any open temples, so it would be real timely.
Lassie, do you still have that bag?
I do.
Fantastic. I think I know a perfect location for your temple. Trust me.
What bag are you talking about?
The one that was really hot.
Yes, I do have it.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Why are we whispering?
Well, I will say that King Naitai of Everena is here.
Oh,
Mai Tai. How about Mai Tai?
how about Goodfellow? Did Goodfellow survive through all this?
Along with Chief Brian from whatever the name of your city is. Rickstrom.
Brian?
Yes.
Brian?
Brine. B-R-I-N-E. Brine.
Brian.
Pretty good with fish.
Brian Godwell.
He's a salty
Are they
sailor.
It's
requesting
good chef.
an audience? Is that
They-
why we're being notified of this?
We are going to throw you guys
A party.
a
Fantastic.
festival.
Yep.
Excellent.
How about that
Just to
statue? Has it started
spread the word.
commission
We
yet?
will begin the statue at the festival. We will launch.
How about having Holt?
Holt. I
Holt.
believe it's his name. Yeah.
I think he'd be a fantastic person.
He actually would be honored to do it.
Does he need our likeness?
We will set that all up as the days come. But he's pretty good with the mind. I think he can get
He's okay
the image.
Let's be perfectly honest.
However, if we cannot find Voltaire by then, we'll celebrate at least you three.
And then once you find that site for that temple, I like to dedicate the ground.
Oh, I have a site for you.
Excellent. Sounds like a plan.
Very easily doable. We will walk you to it today. If you guys need anything else, we will have our festival a week's time.
You'll find us at my laboratory.
Gotta get rid of these tally legs.
Yeah,
Teleportation.
it's kind of just
Sickness.
walk it off.
Fair. And as you guys kind of exit out and you go back to your laboratory, the three of you, Torlane goes off and does her thing. And in this week's time, what would you guys be doing?
So my laboratory, very nice place. It's dome-like shape that's kind of lifted, kind of like the Colosseum with a dome on top, but like not quite as big, just like a lid, like maybe like only like 450 feet across, and it's a big old circle, and there's like a little tower on the side of it that is like it's like astronomy or whatever, astrology, whatever you want to go into. Right, inside, very gaudy, incredibly gaudy, way more gaudy than that stupid box.
I know you're calling Gary's box gaudy.
Gary has nothing on me. It is just lavish beyond belief. I'm sure it's ravaged at this point. That is not where I left with that, and I apologize for the mess. I haven't been here in so long.
How long were you living in Ceta-Gatling for?
I've been here pretty much my entire adult life, to be honest. I think I moved here when I was about 25.
Oh, shit.
As soon as I was off the island, really. And made a name for myself going to school. I attended a university here and had some really good mentorship that put me in, good, what do you call it? Internships. And, just really, if it wasn't for just how my mother's, raised me, I don't think I would be as successful as I am now. But anything here is yours, and there is quite a bit here. Anything that we do not need, I would love to put in that bag of yours. And I think once I have, your armor as well, all black.
I was gonna say, we need to all work on our image.
Yes. We need to kind of rebrand ourselves, if you will. All black. I mean, I'm okay with all black.
All black sounds like
black
fun.
on black on black.
And then we each have our own flair of like our colors. So like some green,
dipped on red.
Blue.
Yeah.
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 We can be the RGBs.
I would like to, whenever I have undead now, and I have 6 of them right now, and I'd like to ideally try and maintain 6 at a time if I can. I'm gonna have them head to toe in all black, can't see their face, nothing. They're just menacing, like black figures.
Yeah.
No one
You want green flares in there?
Yeah. What's that?
You want green flares in there? Like little pops of green here and there? Just accent pieces, really.
For them, just all black.
All black.
Just
Yeah. They'll be
head to toe.
Yep.
No face visible.
I'd like mine to be very
Fantastic.
form-fitting.
Okay, very form. Kind of accentuate,
Yes,
if you will.
yes, that would be great. Something to also display this,
rock heavy armor, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, very heavy.
Fantastic. Yeah.
I think you should go for like a high priestess look.
Ooh!
Nice.
Give me a hood.
I mean, honestly, a cloak. But I can do I can absolutely do the hood.
Yes.
At the very least, maybe do some a kind of what about this instead of a cloak? What about like a vapor cloak? Like every time you move around, it kind of dissipates and trails off. But
MT, take notes.
Yeah. and I think for you, much the same, but perhaps instead of a cloak, more of from the joints of your armor, just kind of like a green vape. I don't know how to say it. Essence almost kind of escaping you. Like your powers are so strong that they can't be contained even by this armor set. And perhaps I mean, do you want a set of horns? I can make you a different set of horns if you want. That kind of a little bit more knurled, like more form like a ram, or if you like the long, more ibis
Only
type.
if you can maintain this one's ability.
What is that one's ability?
I just kind of stand there for a minute, and I quickly, like, every 5 seconds, I go through, like, different looks, different wardrobes, different appearances.
Oh, that's
So I kinda get back to
efficiency.
Fantastic.
Haven't
I
really
think
had
I
to
can
use it
do
in a
that.
while.
It might take me a couple days more, but I think I can make something work for you there.
Excellent.
As for myself, I think I'm just gonna kind of stick to this and
No.
maybe a new helm.
You need to have, like, a war council feel. Spikes,
Oh.
maybe?
I could do it. I could see some spikes,
Something
perhaps some
intimidating,
pauldrons,
yes.
with a little bit more oomph to it,
Yes.
and maybe like a more, like an
Yeah.
actual helmet for once.
Yes. I just see him jotting down on this big
Yeah,
thing
no,
of
I'm
like
scribbling.
fucking-
Yeah.
Scribbling.
I imagine
scribbling.
you have a beautiful lab setup where there's like tons of whiteboards where you just are chalkboards where you're just like chalking things down and making out these huge designs and just figuring out some beautiful all black wear for your guys'
Yeah.
new crew.
I'm gonna steal from Garyon, and I'm gonna use like the kind of varicose veins effect.
Oh yeah,
Where it pulses red
yeah,
as I breathe.
yeah.
And then for her, absolutely a hood that has like this really nice wispy, like ethereal cloak that isn't actually material. It's more of like it's a nice effect. And for her, the same thing, but definitely adding the more regal elements of bold, like across the chest and lots of triangles to emulate that kind of triangle of
Just in time
power.
for the festival, we walk out and be like,
And
"Bruh,
then
bitches!"
I would try to, with the best of my abilities, remove and instill the
At will.
the
Disguise
spell.
self. It's a disguise self at will.
But I'm trying to think of what it would be. It's not removing a spell. It's transferring the enchantment from her horns into another one, and I will invest my own money and my own supplies and everything I can to make sure that happens successfully, and get her a set that's more set forward a little bit and kind of arcs back, but still comes to that good point instead of just being out and around. It's now like a more like broad in the front, aggressive, coming to a sharp point
Love
at the
it.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Perfect.
will sink every last bit of my fortune into it. If I
Yeah,
have to.
and as you guys kind of spend your week kind of prepping for this festival, the festival eventually comes around.
Eventually.
On festival day, as you guys are beginning to get ready, there's quite the loud ruckus around this city. It seems like everyone is like Ceta-Gatling being
Got a cool new set of
the
armor.
biggest city in Ethway. The place is now bumping at this point. As you guys kind of start from the Chancellor's Hall, which is kind of in the middle of the city, more towards the Artus Ipsum Sea, actually. And as you kind of look out in towards the city and you begin your parade, there's a spot in in the market. The market is a very large, it's almost like a 400-foot circle where people just kind of set up shops and do some things around it. That is going to be the new site for your guys' statue. And as you guys kind of pass it, there's a ton of people around there throwing you guys drinks. It's very similar to Thogport, just on a new extreme level. You're seeing banners all over the place. You're seeing weird. I didn't even mean to do that.
It's like a hero's welcome.
Yeah. You're seeing all kinds of people throwing streamers as you go by. There's different signs hanging up. There's fireworks going off up in the air as you guys are coming by. Everyone's cheering you guys on as you ride with your death army in these carts through the city, along with the leadership groups that you guys are with, that are kind of behind you, not really soaking up as much of the party as you guys are. you guys end your little festival kind of towards the edge of town where there is the secondary trade market where people come in from the outside and begin their like initial trade setup. This is more for the exporting and importing type of trade rather than the internal city market trade. And as you guys kind of get up to this part, Chancellor Torlane and all the leadership group gets out of their carts, and there's a big podium and stage set up. Chancellor Torlane gives quite the hype speech for the 5 fungi. She happens to mention the loss of Emberly. She does happen to mention the fight that Voltaire gave nobly, and wishes you the best of luck upon your journeys, even though you were not present at that time. And as everyone else begins cheering on your name and chants through the city, the festival kind of comes to a close. As the night kind of comes on, I will say that you guys have a little bit... This is really the first time that you guys have nothing in your future. This is your time. You guys, it's kind of up to you on what's going on for the first time in a very, very, very long time. And in the short term, week, 2 weeks, a month, I'd be curious what your guys' plans are as your characters. What are your goals? What do you like to do? Yes.
I would like to commandeer the bag, if you would let me. And I will go to my house, and I will start taking anything that isn't bolted down, and I will shove it in there, and I'll even try to put some bigger things in there if I can fit them. And I'm just taking everything, stripping the house
Just
bare.
imagine Gary like,
He's literally sitting there watching things like...
just piling up in this closet.
There's a more efficient way to do this.
Yeah, that's his
Nobody's
way.
explained it to me. This seems like the most logical thing to do.
That's his way. That's his
And
way.
I'm going to just keep doing it over and over again until the house is stripped.
Yep.
Anything that I can put in there, I will. Anything that I can't, I will sell. Not to hold. Anything I can't sell, I'll destroy. And as soon as the house is open, I will find Willow and be like, what do you go by now? Your Majesty, Your Grace, Your Holy One? Like, you gotta have some sort of title at this point.
The exalted one.
The Exalted One seems
You got the
pretty
rim fire on
No, I think I would leave myself untitled currently until I have established enough
Like
temples
Prince, just like a symbol.
under,
Yeah.
my reasons and beings.
Well, in assistance with that,
Yeah.
I think this would make a fantastic temple.
I think it would. I think it definitely would. And I'm gonna dedicate the fuck out of it.
How would you go about dedicating this temple?
I'm gonna go ahead and ask that Downick build me some type of podium of some sort, preferably out of wood with beautiful inlays, those type of things, whatever have you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All the time in the world.
Yep, I'm gonna place it in the center of the thing. I'm then going to take different types of herbs and plants and everything, sage, those type of things, put it around. Then I'm going to go ahead and have my wind kick up and grab these herbs and start whirling them around me. And then, say a prayer and dedicate this location as a holy sanctum of evil. What did we say it?
Of arena.
No.
Oh. Ividir? Ividir? Oh, man.
And as you stand at this podium,
Levitated a little bit.
Budownik's house is actually pretty big, and it's kind of chunky in ways that it's managed.
It's thick.
Before giving this house to us, he kind of cleared it out. He managed to kind of take down a couple of the walls to kind of open this up and make it look a little more ceremonial for you. in the middle of this little ceremonial hall, if you will, where your podium is built. As you kind of stand there and begin saying your prayers, and as the wind begins to pick up around you, there's a moment where you take that breath. And as you do, you feel the air of the building rush into your lungs. And as you kind of release that air, you feel the chill of the building as it blues. You begin to see the carvings in the wood start to form. You begin to see any dust, any leaves on the ground, anything. As you're breathing, you're pulling in air and you're watching it release out of the building. Almost cleaning it with every breath. This temple is now yours, Willow. This is now your second temple that you have on Ethway, the first one being in Boltash. And as you kind of end what you are doing with the temple, you should have a moment where you kind of look around and take in all your work, and you guys kind of have your last moments, at least as a change of leaf in this temple. I would say that this it's been about a month, and your guys' statue is now complete in the center of town. They went and found photos, drawings of Emberly in Voltaire, and they did it with both of them in it. So they would have asked you about the wings or not for Voltaire, being that he's not there to answer that himself.
Keep the wings.
A winged Voltaire. And there's a beautiful statue of you guys that, honestly, at this point, doesn't really resemble you guys as who you are now.
Oh, now. Okay.
Who you were as you guys were going through this journey together. Nazlith, in this month, this short-term month, is there anything you would like to be doing?
A couple things. I would have helped Willow set up her temple and start gaining interest with that. By the way, are you going to try and link the two temples together?
Technically speaking, they already are.
So you can teleport between the two of them? Okay. So I would help on that front. I would also take my undead with me in their new all black, so no one really knows what they are.
Yeah. Smell.
I like to think that I put some sort of
scent.
Lemon scent in there.
Every hour you hear
filter.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh my god, yes. That was good. Hell yeah.
They farted.
They're a gassy bunch.
Oh my god.
I would take them around with me, and I would help in local efforts to try and build confidence and faith in my abilities, rebuilding areas, establishing good relationships with others. I also did take on some more social influencing type spells, so I probably would have used that to help kind of further my intentions. I also have very high charisma, which I haven't really used a lot.
Yeah.
I would have used my magnificent mansion to help further kind of my presence by hosting events, parties, things like that.
Man.
It can hold up to 100 people, serve 100 people, things like that. So I would be working on spreading my influence and talking about my political ideals, things like that. Of course, I'd have them when they're available at these events.
Yeah, definitely.
Basically just kind of showing that I'm confident and I have the country's or city's interests at heart.
Real politician right here.
And,
The city nation.
I'd like to remind them that we were the light that banished the darkness, and we'd like to continue shining that light.
In our fully black armor.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah,
Undead posse.
so
Perfect.
that's kind of what I would be working on. I'd be building my influence.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Voltaire, what are you doing in your month?
Imagine this. It's a bright, shiny day.
Oh,
This is
here we
gonna be
go.
bad.
No, let's hear it, dude.
I
This is
don't
the
want to hear it
beginning
if it's going to be something just...
No, this is the beginning of Matthew DMing.
No.
This is the first moment, Chris.
First
You
line
have
of,
to.
of his
you
campaign.
have
Nazlith
to.
died.
You have
She
to.
died of natural causes at the age of
Matthew
20.
is the next
Yeah,
one.
no. Everybody,
Matthew's the
lay
next
out.
one.
Let Voltaire go.
Go for it, Voltaire.
So it's going to be. Imagine like a shot, like a camera swooping over a lens.
Yeah, beautiful. It's just
No,
flying
no.
over
It's dead.
a dark. Oh, it's still in the scar of Thog. Okay, still in the scar of Pragnil.
Yes, just completely dead and just decimation everywhere, and smoke rising from the ground. And it's going to zoom up, and you're going to see in the distance bright, shining light, and you're going to see some little sproutlings,
Aww.
little sprouting trees, not very tall, pretty small, pretty widespread, but a lot.
Earth is rebuilding.
And you're gonna zoom in, and you're gonna see a hunched over, pink butted,
Oh God.
hot pants
Gardening.
Voltaire,
Gardening. Oh, that's so cute.
just hunched over, planting seeds. He's got no weapons, no armor, no nothing. And he's gonna turn, and a single tear is gonna drop down.
Oh my God.
And he's just going to work in the only way that he knows is good. He's going to try
Rejuvenating the planet.
and rejuvenate the scarred Earth.
Yes,
Aw,
that is a
was good,
very
Matthew.
sweet ending.
That was
As
good.
as Voltaire begins his new life, a new journey, rejuvenating Pragnil. with
Completely
plant
miserable
life.
and sad. Awful.
Alone.
Alone,
Not
isolated.
And I will say,
Oh my God, I didn't get to do it.
as we kind of scope out just one more step further, the next.
Wait, did you want to add more tears?
Oh, I did.
Years.
Well, no, I did one temple in a month.
I'll let her finish what she wants.
Oh
to say.
yeah.
I would have
I
looked
got-
up. Oh, you already got
I
it.
got you.
Cool.
Give me a
By
second.
all means. Yeah, go ahead.
As we kind of like take one more step out into the next couple of years of your life, I just want to get through a couple things.
Also, how much money did we get?
You guys would have
Real
each.
politician right here.
Yeah.
You guys would have each been given about 100,000 gold each from their reserve.
And in
from-
that, are we like millionaires, or are we?
Yeah,
like,
you guys
How
are
does that translate? Yeah.
easily
Okay.
the richest people of.
Individuals.
We
Yeah.
considered
individuals.
rich, and we started with 5,000 gold.
Yeah.
You
Honestly,
guys only had 5,000?
with the money
I was
that
walking around with,
with-
20 grand.
The fuck?
with
Well,
the
you
money
made a secret deal, didn't
I did,
you?
yeah.
I watched the
with
beginning.
with the
Oh.
money that you guys had or have,
But I didn't say anything.
you could almost buy, small villages if you wanted to.
That's what I'm saying.
You have quite a bit of money. Anyways, I'll when he gets back, I'll finish my little 2 cents. As we kind of scope out into a couple years go by, Voltaire, I'm kind of gonna leave your story where that's at. Nazlith, as the years go by, what would Nazlith be doing? I know that you are.
I would hope that she would have amassed some sort of political power. I mean, I'd hope that she'd be in charge of something.
Well, do me a favor, roll a d20 for me.
Can I lucky it if I roll it?
Yeah.
Haha! Natural 19.
Oh, you scared me.
Perfect.
God damn.
It was with my Gary dice too.
Nazlith, what cities would you be interested in going to?
Oh, fuck.
What are you?
My
What-
counselors. What
what-
cities should I go for?
What regions are you looking
Dog.
at?
Where's the
What-
map?
Centesio.
I would defer
I
to
believe
them.
it's back where it.
Ground
I think it's in the garage. So.
I would defer to
Above
them.
Hold on, let me
Yeah.
go get the map real quick. Here's a lady.
Phil, Chris, Phil.
Fill time. fill
Especially
time.
all the locations
What's happening with
where
Woodrow?
they were on the point.
I will say. Woodrow, Woodrow, being freed from Chief Delu in the Legion of Elemental Warriors, now taking over Groundspire and rebuilding it to what it is.
Wait, Woodrow's doing this himself, or he's just part?
He is part of the build. The Legion of Elemental Warriors would have taken Woodrow in, being the good-hearted soul that Woodrow is, and he and his family would continue
Do they tip him regularly?
in
Oh
Groundspire.
my
he has a
God.
very well-paying job
This NPC that had
in
like
the
2
government.
lines. And
Right.
You guys were obsessed with it.
I love it.
All right.
Would we have leveled up in a couple years?
That is something we might talk about at a later time.
Okay.
All
Because
right.
that depends on what you do.
If we're being perfectly honest,
Yeah.
Evstone. That's
that
a great
with
stone.
Yep.
Evstone.
Well,
It's on the other side of Ceta-Gatling. Same with Evantis.
Willow lives in
Getting
Instead.
control of these
Well, she's
would be the start.
Evstone and Evantis.
Yep. As well as Thogport, where we're already well known. San Leafus, which has probably been destroyed. Voltash, which was destroyed.
So you guys are going to make a long-term journey, starting
I
from
think-
Ceta, kind of working your way,
Back
Around
up
it.
to the south,
working your
southwest
way
coast.
west.
Circling it.
I think starting on the southwest coast. I mean, honestly,
In theory,
everybody
you
over
can
here loves us.
You can go
And
where
everybody
you
over
want
here
with
is dead.
teleportation.
So why not start where we're loved, then bring our support this way?
True.
And as we bring our support in, earn their allegiance and their alliances and obedience. And then, start making our way out towards, I guess, the outer boundaries if we wanted to. All the way up to Aurora. I don't see why not getting up to Aurora in a couple years wouldn't be so hard.
Where do you want us to stop here, Chris?
I just was curious on your future, so that's going to be your
I would've
guys'
taken
future. As
his.
you guys,
I'd
as
say
you guys are going to
inside
work
Western
together,
Coast.
the three of you is what it sounds
would take
like.
the
You're going to
tour
work
of-
together
yeah.
to
Yeah,
to
inside
kind of
southwestern
spread
coast.
your influence and,
Yeah,
and
we
try to
Basically,
better things in your guys' view.
Laropia, Haderthia, and Pragnil would
Okay.
be top three.
By chance,
regions.
would you have looked for a certain library?
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I absolutely would have tried to, at any point in time if we got back to
I definitely would want to prove to him that we went to this library.
ground flat, if we could
flat.
get there.
Yeah, well,
Area of
let me see
Continuum.
that map real quick. As you guys are kind of taking your tour, you would know that the city of Crescix has an access point to the Library of Continuum. And as Budownik, for the first time walking into the Library of Continuum, let me find my note here.
I just want to show you something real quick.
Me?
That's
Dear
platinum.
Lordy, you've
That's
had this
platinum.
money this whole entire time.
And I've spent the majority of my money.
I knew you had it, but it's because I watched it and I knew I wasn't supposed to watch it. So Devin knew, but Nazlis didn't. So I never made an issue of it. And honestly, shouldn't really give a shit. So if she did know, so
Where are you?
I'm right here.
What ought's thou? Oh, it's highlighted. I forgot. Okay, found it. As you guys kind of enter the Library of Continuum, the two of you having been there before, with this is the first time.
me and Willow, yeah.
Yes, this is the first time for Budownik.
Get definitely plane shipped.
The concept of the library would be similar to you guys, but this is like you entered from a whole different side. This feels different. While you're in there, you would learn that there's only one access point. If you enter from a point, you have to exit from that point. You can't use this as a portal to go to different places. There are some strict rules when it
Oh,
comes
so it's
to
not like a traveling. It's not like
Correct.
you get on the first part of your plane and then get off.
There are some strict rules that come with this
train.
library. In being the political influences that you guys are, you would actually have the realization at one point that this library also deals with politics and political influences. They're only in cities that basically pay for them to be in. And it's an honor for this library to be in your city, and it costs a lot to maintain this library when it's in your city and maintain that portal. So there are people who do pay for this service. And Budownik, as you kind of walk through this library for the first time, you kind of are figuring things out, and you're viewing all the photos on the wall. One of the librarians would let you know that most of the photos on the walls are the members of the Continuum Convocation. They are the leadership group of the library who decide its fate. You, Budownik, and actually you two as well, would find a picture in this library that looks rather familiar to you guys. And as you kind of look at the picture, you kind of try to figure out, why does it look familiar? There's a moment where you realize it's the statue from Voltash,
Papa!
but in
Grandpapa?
but in picture form.
It's like a great grandpapa. Which
No,
one is it?
that's.
Yeah.
I believe that was my mother's father, if I'm not mistaken.
So,
My maternal grandfather. And seeing that, I will feel much more comfortable relinquishing the small leather-bound book that is very rusty and dusty that I've been reading occasionally. And I will walk up to the nearest podium librarian lady, please person, and be like, Miss, I believe this book might be overdue. I don't know if there's a way to...
Oh yes, it is a little overdue, but you know, we don't you don't look like the owner who checked it out. I can't really charge you for it.
Fantastic.
But I appreciate you bringing back a book.
Yeah.
Good day to you.
Out of curiosity, when did she check out that book?
And as she kind of like leans on the table and begins going through files and kind of looking through things, you see her like stop on a page and begin like scrolling down. It's like it's like the scene in Harry Potter where he has the big book and flops it out and they're like going through every freaking page. It looks like about 60 years ago.
Not paying those dues. Okay, great. That's great. Have a good day. My mother was not a good person.
And yeah, you kind of turn around and walk away. And I would say with a little bit of research, you would learn that your grandfather is part of one of the original creators of this library.
I would have known. That's crazy. Wow.
And as we...
Family ties, right?
Family ties.
And as
I love that.
Voltaire goes about his time rejuvenating Pragnil, plant by plant in his little cottage, which will soon be in the woods. And as you three team up, form a new bond, something that two of you at least, kind of broke a bond to form a new one.
Yes. Mine was shattered.
And you guys begin changing Ethelay politically in the best form that you guys can. Occasionally trying to gather as much information as possible, learning from Garyon along
Casting
the way.
spell on its citizens, charming them.
Helping Garyon build a fucking turret tower.
In figuring things out. We're going to end our campaign.
Oh shit!
There. So I'm
Chris,
really happy.
I don't know about you guys. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, there were points where I was so invested in this story that I would lose sleep.
It was good.
That's amazing.
You did a great job.
Willow ends up being a dragon.
By far.
Witch.
I will send you all my 6,500 word document so you can read through my notes.
Witch sisters, I'm down.
That's awesome. We need to do a Q&A session, answer, wrap up some loose ties,
We do. We have
loose ends.
30 minutes if you would like to ask me. If you have any immediate questions regarding...
Was there any chance that we could have stopped the demon lords from achieving their goal? It seemed really like we didn't have a choice there.
From, like, being in Pragnil. So I will tell you that...
Like Orcus coming to this plane.
The Orcus... You could have stopped the scar from Pragnil happening. There was a moment where that could have occurred. There was not a moment where... Orcus was... The motions were already in place for Orcus to arrive. The motions were not in place for him to have control.
What did we fuck up?
You guys let the chief walk.
Chief?
If you would have killed Chief Deleu,
We were so close
Orcus
to him,
would
too.
not have had full control.
And would that have
He
made
would
our
not have had the
fight
bracers.
significantly easier?
How did
His
that
health would have
happen?
been the same because the bracers affect his health, but he would not have had the rocks being thrown at you.
The most dangerous
Literally
part.
the
Yeah.
MVP of that whole battle.
Yeah.
Most damage dealt
Yeah,
was definitely.
literally all you had to
fucking
do
mad.
was kill Chief Deleu.
We were
Why-
so
how does that
So
change
we
it?
would have all lived in that
Because
night
Chief
on.
Deleu was the one who sold out the city and gave it to Orcus.
To finish
What
As
the
you guys
fuck
left.
was going on with Doth? Like,
Yeah, the
when we
Coliseum
showed
people.
up,
What-
Yeah, what the
what did
fuck,
I
dude?
do? What did I do to that guy? And what did they
Okay.
do? Did they sell themselves out?
Yeah,
or
like,
were
how
they,
do they fuck
was that like a
them?
ritual
Like-
sacrifice to protect the area?
I
What
don't
was
know
going
if you
on?
recall, there was a specific race that was fairly present there.
Asmar, right?
No, it was
I believe it was the Aasimar.
It was Aasimar.
okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't Kalishtar. That was in Syntesia. You meant the
Okay.
Kalishtar.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kalstar was in Synthesia.
Who you
So I'm gonna
Good
guess they're
luck.
trying to
side
save it.
note, just before I get on with
Oh, I should have
Doth.
told him that his dream well was back.
I was going to say something that I hadn't
Yeah.
noted down, and I forgot to say this out loud. You guys would have received a handful of letters when you got back to, around the time of the festival, and just to go over a couple of them real quick.
I definitely for sure would have told.
You would have got
Oh,
one from
boy.
Duarte from Santicio,
Yeah.
who would have thanked you very much for the help you did in Pragnil and for freeing the Dream Plane. You basically gave the Kalishtar back their home, and he would have thanked
Does
you
that mean that
guys
there's like a mass exodus of Kalishtar?
tremendously. I wouldn't say a
Probably.
mass exodus, but there's probably some things in the future that might occur, right?
Right, well,
as
because
far as
they've
Kalishtar
been-
now having a connecting point with a different plane
'Cause it was
that they no longer
Years
have.
and years that they've been away from
Yep,
the Dream
yep.
Realm.
Lorelei of Boltash,
Oh, she survived.
she would have sent you guys a nice little note explaining that they're trying to rebuild the temple, and that although most people have perished, they think Boltash will be okay. And then you would have got one from Krisha of Boltash, who is the Diabolista leader, who would have just congratulated you guys on your win and informed you that they are helping your
Associate.
they're basically helping you guys out by going out and hunting and killing the Drollgart, which they are now,
Which Gary mentioned.
which Garyon mentioned he would kind of coerce them to do, and that is now their life goal. But as we go back to Doth,
Lord have ended. Hail Satan!
Hail Satan! Doth, when you guys entered the Unfey shortly after that, the reason it was the Unfey and not the Fey was because that was a spot that Orcus had made his presence known, essentially. And being that it's not like a material plane where you can conquer, it's almost like an internal gap plane. That was essentially Orcus's influence on that Unfey plane. When you guys made your way to Doth, they were fighting that Unfey plane. You guys didn't know that because they were all in a Coliseum sitting there. But they were, as a group, they were in a spiritual process of helping their
Trance or
city.
something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you pulled that gentleman from his seat, you broke that trance, and you watched the Unfey flooding
mother.
of their city. You didn't see that from a material view, right? So when you guys,
So did I kill an entire city?
you didn't help. We did not roll a fate roll for that.
Pulled one guy out and everybody else drowned.
You were very close to me rolling an initiative and having this weird, like, almost material plane, almost fey plane battle of
was
you guys
fucking
with
intense.
some
Super glad we
people.
didn't do that.
And you guys
Was
were
it
just like,
real?
we
Is
want to
this not
leave.
real?
And I was like,
Where can we
okay.
touch? What can we not
So
touch?
that's why as you left the city was kind of in a spiritual process of being connected to the Unfey. When you left that city, you left that spiritual process. You could not see
You're
what
right.
was happening in that Unfey anymore.
Did they come back?
Who?
Did Doth recover? Or is pretty much everyone dead?
Would you like to roll a fate roll?
No.
Go for it.
If
I put
somebody
all my
would like
dice
to,
away.
I will let it
I
happen.
put all my dice
but,
away.
No, I don't know what happened to Doth. I'm not going to DM that. I will let,
Will that kind of linger?
yeah, unless somebody would like to, I will let that one linger.
That's not a fate roll. I
What
would
was the
like
pool of water to get to the Unfey?
The pool
Yeah.
of water to
Yeah.
get to
that
the
we got
Unfey.
into.
That is an ancient. So I did some like 5e research, and then I looked on.
That was adorable.
I
That was
did some,
adorable.
yeah, just to kind of figure out how like the Unfey works and some things like that. In a lot of the books, they talk about the Drollgart and ancient druids kind of having a connection there. So I just kind of made that essentially an ancient portal to the Unfey realm.
That was part of the island that I grew up on, wasn't it?
Correct. And yes,
So has the island been shattered? Or is it
haven't
just
really
like a
thought
kind
of
of a
it.
rock that fell off at
Yeah.
one point?
So I haven't, honestly, I would let that kind of like DM out and kind of see what happened. Like I would let somebody play with that. I don't want to answer that one.
Okay.
So just to confirm that in the previous campaign, when everyone fought the big fish
Aboleth.
dude, the Aboleth. And the Aboleth was then brought to this plane, Aurora.
Outside of... Actually, it was outside of Aurora.
Yeah.
We
your
walked
village.
to Aurora, right?
Yeah.
We walked away from it. It was
Right.
in your village.
Right.
Yes, so your village would have been
Shit.
ground zero. Of
Does that
this
mean
whole
that her
campaign.
whole village of changelings is dead?
Probably.
Don't know. There's many years past, right? So your
yeah.
family
It's
would
like
have
50
been,
years past,
been
yeah.
gone. I would say that the thought behind this campaign was that they are kind of a poorer village. They needed a way to make money. They have this weird plant growing all of a sudden that has some kind of power. That's
Probably from the blood.
it's
of
easily
whatever.
to know that it has a power. Correct. From
Yeah.
through the rotting of this creature, it created a soil,
Right.
which then grew this fungus. Right. They just managed to sell it to the highest bidder, make themselves a little more rich. It got spread through. Right. Eventually, it gets to a high enough place where cities are dealing with it, and thus we have a campaign.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Who's the one who? Never mind. I think that actually would have been my fault.
What?
I was
The
like,
one
who's
who
the one who teleported the fucking Avalon?
Specifically
It was-
asked
it was
when
you.
you said you told the Aboleth teleport us home, and I said, "Where's home?" And you were like, "My village."
Fucking Luca.
So if you think
Attacking children hospitals.
out of everybody, out of
Luca
everybody
is
in
the
this
reason
world,
that Voltaire's life is now around
Fucking
you.
Luca.
Luca's the reason that half of the fucking continent got
Holy
destroyed.
shit.
Luca, that bitch.
Yes, so there's
Hey, Luca saved all of us.
Luca's
No,
living
she
a pretty
did the opposite.
Luca's
Well,
living a
Luca
pretty good
saved-
life right
yeah,
now.
Luca died for you guys.
Uh huh.
Where's Fan in
To
this
kill
time?
half the planet.
Oh yeah, where is Fan?
Where was Fan?
Where's Fan?
He's
Well,
alive.
yes, and I'm sure Fan would be with his his good buddy would probably be Pat.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Guanapo's definitely dead.
60
Guanapo.
is the max.
After
Guanap-
Guanapo,
And if he's 53 and we were on the island, Guanapo's definitely
Yeah.
dead.
honestly, after Guanapo passed, Fan, being the recluse he is, probably would have continued his travels, mostly of the.
Wait, he was an assassin, right?
Yep.
We saw though a head,
worst
headstone.
assassin.
Not a headstone.
We saw a
Bust.
memorial.
No, it was a full
It was
full blown
for-
gravestone in Aurora for Guanapo, who
Oh,
became
Aurora.
yeah.
I would say
was in
that
Aurora.
Fan and
Was he
I'll
a
have a little help
renowned
from-
artist by the time
Yes.
he died?
I'll have a little help from the
Yes.
side
Does,
in here, but
did
I would
his
say that
painting
Fan
sell for
and his
$3,000 now that he's dead?
Fan and his partner
It's a
managed
damn
to
thing.
start a pretty successful corn
Corn
business
corn.
where they would just ship corn across the artist Ipsum to different allies of the Ipsum
Cornucopia.
Would he
nations.
Because he gave up corn to be an artist.
No, yeah. Guanapo
Oh,
had no business
yes.
in corn.
I
Guanapo-
forgot because Fan was perfectly okay with that too.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, yeah, anything.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
you,
any,
buddy.
any
See,
agriculture
Fan
you
couldn't
wanted
grow
to get
corn.
into, but
So I would
you
say that-
literally any crops you grew that had to do with corn, turned to
Yeah,
ash.
I would say that Fan, they might have not done the corn thing, but they definitely started their own, being sailors at one point in time, probably some type of
Forgery.
shipment thing,
That's what it
Just straight up ripping off.
which
other
they then
paintings.
retired on and lived a good artist life.
Sex with
Once-
dead people.
Six with
Yes,
dead people.
once
You know, it has the six with dead people.
once
Draw it
God,
Once Guanapo died.
Guanapo.
once Guanapo died, I
Trying
would
to
say
remember his
Fan
name.
definitely just traveled and tried to get his inner druid on, for better or worse. He was alive during this time. I would
Did
say
he contribute?
no.
Okay.
Other side of
Yeah, northeast.
yeah.
Yeah, he was.
What
Saw
happened
that.
over yonder?
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't know what's happening, but he's alive during this time.
Damn.
But yeah, we'll end there. That was a good campaign, guys. Unless you got
That
more
was good.
questions, I'll answer them till my fucking face is blue.
I feel like I do, but I can't think
Did
of
What?
did Emberly really have like? Is
Yeah, what
Yeah,
happened
where
to
the fuck is
Emberly?
Where is
Emberly?
Emberly?
Where's Emberly?
So, Emberly's, the way that I made this is that is a very divine tower. If any time in your life, Willow, actually you would have made your way back there, presumably. And as you kind of made your way back, do me a favor, roll a d20 for me.
Making my way back to my dead
dead
sister.
sister.
18.
18. As you get to as you make your way to Voltash, the city, as most cities in Pragnil that you guys are experiencing, many of which are not going to make it back to what they were, especially the small.
No former glories here.
Especially the small villages.
I'm surprised Dog.
Voltash, about half the size of what it was, population-wise. The temple there, by the time you guys get there, would be fairly rebuilt, but not much art into it. Being that your sister is there, and being that you guys have two pretty good connections in Voltash with Lorelei and
make a new temple.
the Diabolista,
everywhere.
they would definitely offer that to you as a temple. If you wanted to make a temple that your sister presides in, you are more than welcome to bless it. So we will call that a temple for Emberly, made by Willow in Voltash. Emberly's soul. I'm not really going to say exactly what's going on. All I will say for you is that she is in a divine area, if you will. Being that you guys are elementals, you would have quite the connection to the inner planes. And along with your different gods and goddesses that you guys support, Emberly's soul would be very well comforted in your temple, where she has the free movement to kind of roam your temple on the material plane, or temples on the material plane, or go back to her plane and be a soul.
Cool. Okay. At least she's party hopping. I guess that's all right.
She's at peace. And you would definitely have that feeling.
Okay. But she's definitely
dead. Yeah, dead to the max.
So wishes made.
D-E-D.
Dead to the max.
Dead.
Anything else?
Originally, we went to the far west to track down a cult.
The Drollguard.
The Drollguard.
Which they're chasing down right now.
And they're being murdered right now. And I was captured and taken custody. And then we kind of were like, hey, we should head into the mountains more to snuff this out rather than later.
Yeah.
Did skipping over the Drollguard in that moment have any negative influence on us later on, or was it pretty much they were isolated to that southwestern region?
No, it did allow for more communication and movement for the demons as a whole. I basically had it as the Drollguard, little beknownst to you guys. Something had to. They were spying on you, for better terms. At the very least, monitoring you. I wouldn't say spying.
So we've been famous since day one.
But they were essentially monitoring you while you were in Voltash and thereon after. And that's the reason why Orcus was able to kind of plan things out the way that they were, is because you guys didn't take care of the.
So if we had killed them, would he have had as good of intel?
He would have had less intel.
Was Orcus viewing everything through him the entire time?
Was I like a
only when it was only when you would connect with Orcus.
So he didn't see anything.
I'm saying blindfold me, guys.
How much would be entirely different if Dip Dong read the book forward?
Would have made the DM's life easier. I don't know. You guys might have known a couple things earlier as far as story goes, but
from now on we read all books front to back, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where was Zuckmoy?
This is no manga.
She reads too much manga.
Right.
So Zuckmoy had already.
Did she return to our plane?
Yeah, was Zuckmoy on the plane when we fought?
No. When you were fighting Orcus, Zuckmoy did not have the ability to return. So what was going to occur was Zuckmoy was eventually going to show up. There's a certain. I was giving each lord and goddess a time frame, basically, to kind of rest up before they were allowed to plane shift yet again. Right? They have their own day on their plane of existence. So if you guys were to carry it out much more, there's a chance that she could have showed up. If one of you guys were to have rolled a nat 1 on a fate roll, there's a chance that she could have showed up at that place. but that didn't happen.
But you rolled a 2.
A 2.
The Demigorgon.
You're welcome, guys.
What the fuck was he doing, and how did he show up so quickly?
Well, he's been on the plane for a while, unbeknownst
Just
to you guys,
thrashing about.
right?
He was
just
wow.
destroying shit. So the same time, as soon as the Baphomet symbol was activated and the teleportation opens up for the demon lords, right? They were all there, minus Zuckamore, who you already took care of,
And the other 2
And
were
the other, well,
Yes.
1, 2 of them. That
Care
were
of-
Grazit, Grazit
Grazit.
apostrophe ZT.
And Baphomet.
Yeah, he's got a really cool story you should read outside of this.
Oh, dude,
Big
I want to
actual
borrow
lore.
that.
Grazit
book,
was
I wanna go visit him.
Grazit was a devil
Dude,
who
seriously.
turned on the devils and turned into a demon. He betrayed the devils.
Oh, fuck.
And so the
dude.
fact that Garyon was able to get him back was
bro. Huge.
huge. And now he's got 2 demons. Yeah.
Is Gary really our friend?
Gary went from like, this is a job,
Yeah.
to really liking you guys.
Oh,
Yeah!
we made
Really
a
enjoyed-
friend.
For better or for worse, as Budanic would say.
Voltaire or
or
Budanic?
Voltaire. Yeah, Gary
Gotta
really...
get one more fuck up in as the
By the
campaign
end of it,
closes.
you are like really into death and shit. You basically think of him as like, this is who you... This is...
Well,
it's
he
who
was my god, now he's my boy.
Right. This is like who you want to be. This is like who you worship. He's gonna do what he can to like make you guys just like demigods on your planet.
Fuck yeah.
As your guys' life
Willow's
goes.
gonna turn into a lich. So it's
Oh, yeah, no,
Unless
I-
he has another option.
Unless he has another option.
Who
Full
knows?
blown.
Maybe we'll play that down the road.
I was thinking, you
But we
know,
have the information now.
at a certain point, I would probably end up spending a shitload of time in hell and building the tower
Yeah.
with Gary and just kind of like waiting out like a couple, I don't know, 50, 60 years.
So you don't die
Yeah.
before me?
Exactly. Like I'll spend
Pop
like,
up every once in a while.
Yeah,
and
I'll
be like,
spend-
not bad.
I'll spend like a year in hell and then like, 6
Yeah.
years goes by
Yeah.
outside and like I'll come back and be like, oh yeah, how's it
I
going
feel
out
it.
here? Okay.
Hell yeah, man.
Pop in and out here and there.
Hell yeah.
You start to grow a little.
Just little horns.
Or you just stick them on.
Yeah, I'll just glue. I'll make them.
Start making friends with fucking devils and shit.
Yeah.
Bang Gary's wife.
I would try.
Ooh.
No. Honestly, I was thinking about talking to his daughters, but I'm not sure how well that would go.
Fuck, man. That can ruin a friendship.
I know.
Oh my god.
But I would definitely want to try and get out to the family cabin,
Typical Mike.
Ah! Right! So
Very
you're
into the family.
Yeah, I want to be like part of the family.
Oh, we'll give a nice little showing of our little
Our bad guys here.
bad guys too. I have them all sitting out there. So
What was
Aw.
the fucking?
We'll give a little
never
setup
remember
of
the
that.
dragon's name.
I'll take
Dracolich?
pictures of them and stuff. He's a green
Dracolich?
Dracolich.
Yeah,
Would
but
you
he
have
had a
ever
name.
let me take over it? Was there any roll that would have let me get that stupid thing?
Get what?
I tried to
The
take it
Dracolich?
over a couple times, but I didn't roll high
Oh,
enough.
as far as like a
Undead, yeah.
yeah, it would have been a very high roll. I don't remember what I put it. I didn't make it impossible, no.
Yeah.
But
I just
it was
rolled
like-
shit every single time.
And you would have had to have like a substantially crazy roll to be honest,
29
to
minutes.
get to that bad boy.
Damn.
But yeah,
Oh, my notes.
these are our. If you love these
100
these
distance.
minis, I will.
100 unit of distance.
Yep.
Yeah, Pragnil uses the Kindred system.
That was
Fuck
fantastic.
Spore monster.
Pragnil's run by a couple hundreds.
Oh my god.
Well, you now are a member of Pragnil. Off in the distance, you
I
can
ain't a
just.
member of shit.
That's true. You're just off in there doing
He's a
your.
hermit.
I find it to be a rather sad but
Yeah.
peaceful.
I hope you like delve into monk shit and you get like a little stick and you walk around with your hand behind
Yeah.
your back.
Katagar.
There's gonna be
Yeah.
future adventures for Voltaire, whether he knows it.
Can Dragonborns
Or
grow
not.
beards?
Oh, yeah.
Because he would have been like full on brown wizard Radagast.
I
like,
imagine that he
beard.
would have like put some plants
wouldn't
on his
clean
face
himself.
to call it a beard.
Like clinical as depression can possibly be. He
While still
literally thinks he's
maintaining
in
life.
hell. He still literally thinks he's in hell.
Well, at least he's trying to help.
You didn't like who we were.
One plant at a time.
When did we start this campaign? What day?
Oh,
I
It had to be January,
6-9.
February, March.
I only know that because it's. No,
Dude,
wait, no,
April
that's what today.
13th. No, April 3rd. No,
There you go.
13th. April 13th, 2021.
April
Dude.
13th.
I literally fucked up so bad. I had 900 different names, nicknames for you picked out
You
from
never use
pop
them.
culture, and I never used any of
You
them.
never use.
Falcor, Toothless, Scorcher, Stormfly, Volgia, Alduin, Fafnir, Shenron, Fearness, Trogdor,
Oh my
fuck,
god.
Delbert,
Dude.
Drogon,
Dude.
Spyro, Smog, Puff. I had so
Spyro.
many, and I never used any of them.
Wow.
How did I forget this?
Disappointment.
You spent more time calling me your name.
I know,
right?
right?
Terrible.
Well, on that note,
Good shit.
we'll end our campaign there. Yeah, I'll
Matthew,
send
you're
you
next.
guys.
Whenever we come back, right?
Yeah, I don't know when we're gonna be back.
We don't
A lot
know.
of time out.
It's a lot. We got a lot going
It's
on.
gonna
We've
be
had a couple
long
babies
time
coming.
before-
We
Still-
have
still
we
brewing.
have a new location, possibly a new studio coming around.
Maybe not.
We don't know. We don't really know. We don't know if we're gonna keep using this studio. If we're gonna have to try and find a new studio. We'll see how.
What is Debbie
really,
feeling on that?
We'll feel the way the cookie crumbles. It's
really-
a play it by ear thing for us.
Yeah, I don't know
As
that
that we can
babies are
attest.
accepting visitors at 10 o'clock at night. So, but your campaign's next. You're next
Whenever
up on
that
in the
may
hot
be.
seat. You should switch. You should say goodbye. We did that at the end of our
We
campaign.
did do that at the end of our campaign.
Matthew,
Goodbye.
come on. No, you have to
Goodbye.
swap seats. That's the important